You know, it's already starting on the top right.
Oh yeah. Do you know what movie I saw that I was surprised that it was good?
Which one?
It was a rom-com. It's called You Got Mail.
Oh yeah, yeah, with Tom
With
Hanks
Tom
and that
Hanks.
other
Yeah,
chick.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
dude. I
really
was like,
crazy. I don't know if you remember me telling you guys this, but like a couple of months ago, this would have to have no, it's got years ago because it was after what Multiverse of
yeah.
Madness. I
Uh-huh.
went back to accidentally watch the Hunger Games, and I was like, "Wow, this is pleasant." Yeah,
Accidentally?
yeah, this is because I saw the first one because I was like, I need something to play in the background while I eat or do something, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Wow, this is actually pleasantly good. Let me continue." And then I saw all three of them, and I was like, "Wow, this was bad back in the day, but we have it so good nowadays. Like, so we had it so good back in the day."
Oh yeah, dude. Like when you look at like the 80s, 90s and early 2000s, it's like
Let's
how
just jump in.
spoiled we were at like cinema. Like it's you had like 20 options of
Yeah.
movies when you went to the theaters.
We're gonna bypass right into the intro. Let's just go right
Really?
into it. Yeah,
Man, I
fuck
love
the
the little
intro today. Fuck the intro. What's up, boys? What's up, boys and girls? It's Sunday night. You're here with the Average Boys Podcast. You're joined
¿Qué
with me, the
pasa?
host, Crispy, and I'm joined by my homie, the Last Relic, Derpy Entertainment. Mr. Derpy Doopy Derpy will be coming in a little bit later, hopefully with clothes on. Um, so yeah, yeah.
No, he's got
But
to promote that OnlyFans, Derp's OnlyFans.
yeah, yeah, only derps,
Yeah,
only
the
derps.
Revenge of the Derp.
But yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll be jumping right into this in a bit, and we'll be talking about stuff. But yeah, like I was talking about in the little minute intro, right? Because usually the way we start the show is we'll drop a minute intro to let people come into the chat and be in the room with us, and then our intro song pops off, which has been something that's staple that we've been doing for such a long time. What's up, Thug? Punk King's already in the chat somewhere. I see him. What's up, Thug Light? How are you doing, man?
Yeah.
So nice to see
Yeah.
everybody from
Sup?
the Relics the Relics big chat group coming by and hanging out. We really do appreciate you guys. So
Good
always good to
people.
have
Good
you guys
people.
here on Sundays with us. But yeah, I saw the Hunger Games and I was like, dang, this is actually pretty entertaining. Like what happened? What the fuck happened? Do you know what blew my mind? I
What?
would 100% take back like making a podcast talk about the writers strike if I knew,
Dude,
and I knew we were gonna get trashed like this. I knew we were gonna get ready trash. But for it to be like, man, I really hope these guys, get their jobs back or whatever because Hollywood sucks without them. Like only to give these guys more money for less work.
man, it's like these guys, like they never cared. It just
Yeah,
seems
they
like they
don't.
just never cared, you know? Like it's how do I put it? It's like they did the writer strike so that they could get paid more and do less, but like
Yep,
across the board, like VFX artists, everything, like
everything, dude.
dude. And again, it's like okay, we got the Hunger Games, right? And at that time, we were complaining about adaptations quite a
Yep.
bit, but you could give some of the credit to Marvel for taking adapting something but giving respect to it. Like the ultimate respect is Lord of the Rings, right? But
Yeah.
taking something and adapting it, and it's like, okay, but we're gonna put a little spin on it, but it's still going to be complementary to the comic books,
To the
and
books.
even
Yeah.
something that like Civil War, which was completely different, like not even just name only Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
It made sense in their universe to have like these are the only characters we know, so it's a
Yeah,
civil
yeah,
war
yeah. They
between
made it
them.
work.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
it's
made it
not
work.
Ultimate Alliance. It's not like all characters of the Marvel
They
comic
even
verse.
kept the core idea of Cap versus Iron, Captain America versus Iron Man, and the
Yeah, yeah.
dichotomy of using like the Sokovian Accords to kind of make it to where there is this big tear between like when is it
Hmm.
right and when is it wrong, who gets the right to make choices, who gets the right
Yeah,
to be the Avengers, and who holds the Avengers accountable.
yeah,
So
man.
like yeah, I think for
Well,
what
like
it's worth, like
there was a
we
lead up to that whole event, right? Like we kept seeing it with Captain America: Winter Soldier. We kept seeing it um, with Age of Ultron. You know, like Iron Man 3 of like like how are we gonna protect everybody? But again, like we were complaining about adaptations. Even the Hunger Games. I was never a Hunger Games fan, But even the Hunger Games, it was like, okay, cool, but like this is entertaining. It's fine.
Yeah, if you go back and watch it right
It's
now, you're
cool.
gonna be like, "Damn, actually, this wasn't."
It wasn't,
Again, it goes back
but
to the
like it's because we
Thanos.
have so
Remember?
much crap now. That's like, man, this was actually not that bad.
Yeah,
It's
it's like
kind
the
of
Thanos thing
yeah.
I told you, where he's talking to Nebula right before he gets his head cut off, and he's like, "Daughter, maybe I was too hard on you." Like,
You killed her, dude. What
yeah,
do you
yeah, yeah. I mean, you tore her apart, buddy. Like, but like in that part when he's like, "Daughter, maybe I was too rough on you. Like, you are pretty cool." And then he just gets his fucking shit cut off. I feel like that when I go back and watch these fucking movies,
Like,
and I'm like, man, Tron 1, maybe I was too hard on you when Tron 2 came out. It was
well,
bad. But
let's not
let's
get
not, yeah,
over.
let's hold on. Yeah, let's not go too
Yeah, let's
crazy.
get too crazy. But like, yeah, it's like at times I'm like, I just want Michael Bay to come back. I'm like, I miss Michael Bay. Even
Mm.
his crappy editing, at least I enjoyed
Yeah, I had fun.
Transformers. You know,
Yeah, I had fun.
you
I
know,
could go back
like,
and watch it and be entertained, and then later go back and like laugh at certain parts.
yeah,
Like,
man.
yeah, it was fun for what it's worth. Hi everybody. Hi Dream. Hi.
What's up,
What's
Dream
up
Sigil and
everybody?
Christina? Que pasa? Everybody, almost everybody here is a member.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The homies,
Yeah.
man. The crew. The crew. So do you have like? Are we at that? Are we at that level yet where you've created like a name for like your members? Like, do you have like
Well, I
the
have two
relics?
names. I think
Oh.
I have True Relic, which is like
Ooh.
15.99 or something, and then just Relic membership, like you are a relic,
Ah, very nice.
you know.
Yeah, like they're like
Uh,
legend relics,
yeah,
historical
I don't
relic
have like
pieces.
full names drawn out. Like I didn't know there was tier. I thought no, I did know there was tiers and tier elements to it, and so like I
Mm-hmm.
just kind of like, all right, let's do it. And then the first membership, like there was only one. It only saved one. It was like the expensive one. I'm like, what the
Mm-hmm.
freak?
Oh yeah,
And
I think you told me about that.
yeah, people were letting me know, and I was like, damn, man, you charge quite a bit for nothing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I was like, oh, my bad, everybody. And
You're
then
like, I'm gonna go
oh,
to your
Thug
house,
Light.
give you massages and shit. Like, I don't know what else to
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
Like, what
yeah.
am I gonna do for extra material, man?
Yeah, like I don't
Um,
know.
but
I'm gonna
that's so
take off this
cool. I
hat because
remember
it's
when I
killing
was
me a
thinking
little
about
bit.
that. Like, what is it gonna be when I call people who become like members of the Average Boys? Literally, like, I've told you I've had the opportunity to like interview celebrities and be real cool with people and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Every time I brought someone on, and we're in the back room, like in the green room, we're talking on the chat. Like, they'll be like, man, I want to be an average boy, dude. Like, this is so cool. Like,
yeah, yeah.
just be an average. I was like, well, we are average dudes. Like, that's just what we
Well,
are.
you could put like the first tier like nerd,
Yeah.
or you could put like first tier like no longer a poser, and then
Yeah,
nerd,
yeah. Oh,
and
that's
then like
funny,
the
dude.
average boy.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Oh, and by the
Now
way,
you're
thank you,
average.
Thug Light and Dream Sigils, for gifting those
Yeah,
memberships.
yeah.
That's
Thank you,
awesome.
guys.
Thank you. Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's like one of those things. Like, I was like, oh, that's why I say at the end of the chat, I'm always like to all our extraordinary listeners. I say that they're extraordinary because they're above average.
yeah, yeah.
Like that's why I use the word extraordinary.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude. I have my puns. Pun King's in here. He's got to know. I got my moments too when I shine. But
Yeah.
yeah. But straight, dude. I started like delving back into old films and really enjoying myself. I think I told you this on the plane back home from New Mexico after training. I get really freaked out in planes, dude. I'm always like,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like I'm always like bad luck. Like that's all I have is bad luck. That's why I never buy lottery tickets. I don't gamble, like, cause I'm not gonna win. I'm just spending money by that time. So like I'll be walking through the plane and I'll look at people and be like, nah, that person looks too important for this fucker to go down. Like that person looks too pretty for this place to go. Like I'm safe
Yeah.
amongst these lucky people. Like my
Man,
bad luck's being
yeah,
is
yeah.
being pushed away by these nice people.
So
But
my brother-in-law, he's a pilot, right?
oh nice.
And I confirmed this with him because I heard about it. But if you're coming in, if you're the pilot and the plane is coming in too
Steep.
fast,
Yeah.
do you know what they say over the intercom?
Sorry.
No, 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 to the
Yeah, I
pilots.
don't know.
No, 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 they say retard,
Why?
because retard not only is a medical term, it means to be slow. Like back in the day, they would use
Oh,
that
it's a
word
code
in
word.
yeah, no, no, no. That's the definition, is to
Yeah,
be
they're like
slow.
retard,
Like
retard, slow
slow
down.
of thought. Like even in the Olympics, they're like, oh, his run is a little retarded
Hmm.
in 19 whatever. Like, so they would say that, and like it's still the proper term for pilots. Like, hey, you have to slow down. Like retard, retard, because they need it, and it needs to be one word, fast, and needs to make sense. So you're just being called retarded as you're landing the plane.
Mm.
If you're coming too fast, they're like retard, retard, retard. And I'm like, yo, that's awesome.
The other person on the other side's like, canceled, 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 right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right? They're
And
just
it's
saying
just like,
canceled.
no, this is proper, like airfare.
Yeah, you
You know?
gotta give them the hand and be like, excuse me, sir, like you're not a part of this world, please.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, please.
Please leave.
Do you not want me to land this plane right? Like, what do you want, man?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, just leave us alone. We've been doing this for years this way. Please, just
yeah.
chill out. Yo, so I'm
Oh, by
always
the way,
like,
is that are you wearing the Batman shirt, dude?
yes, yes, I
Heck
am.
yeah, dude. Oh man, I want one.
This is my cool shirt.
I
It's
just
my
saw the
$10
pocket and I
shirt.
was like, wait a minute,
Yeah,
we've
you already
talked
know it.
about this before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need to make sure I order the fucking button-up shirt though. That's the
Dude,
one
I
I
need
want,
it.
dude.
From Anime Apparel?
Yeah, yeah. Anime Apparel, they have it. I just saw a post about it the other day. I thought
Yeah,
that was
like
really dope.
Anime Ape or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I was on the plane this time, we had I forgot. I think I was flying. Was I flying? I don't know. One of the major airlines, and they had the little screens and be like, enjoy this film or whatever. Yo, I put on Two Towers, the Lord of the Rings, and
Dude.
I was like, this plane can go anywhere. I can go to fucking space, water. I can two shits, bro. I'm gonna go good, man. They have fucking
Dude,
Lord of the
yeah.
Rings, Two Towers. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
happens. I'm just
My
gonna chill it for now.
life, I think we've completed life. Like we're all
Yeah,
good
hundred
here. Yeah.
percent. I tell people all the time, like, if you give me any chance to watch any of the Lord of the Rings movies, or the time I go, I'm not gonna be nervous. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
enjoy myself on the way out. That's all it
The
is.
the two movies I watched this week, the one with my wife that I was surprised of how good writing it was You Got Mail, and I
Nice,
watched Braveheart, and I was just like,
man. Braveheart's so
yeah,
fucking good, though.
freaking awesome, dude. I love it. I love
Do
it.
you remember how good Gladiator was, the first one?
Yeah, like okay, it is really good, but it does have problems. It's really Scott.
Yeah,
I don't think really Scott has ever written like a full blown masterpiece. Like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Gladiator's phenomenal,
Yeah.
but it,
I mean, being that Ridley Scott,
yeah,
what is Aliens?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
I
then
guess you
coming
could
to
say Aliens is a masterpiece. You could say
yeah,
that.
but even with that, like I think Aliens One was good. Aliens Two, all right.
Aliens
Aliens
2
Three,
was
kind of
good.
like,
It's
man.
just Aliens 1, it was such a simple story. It
Yeah.
wasn't like we're not diving super hardcore into lore. We're not like it's just these surprises and like like Lord of the Rings, you already everything you already believe.
Mm,
In the first like you got the monologue right in the beginning, right? Or the prologue, right? The
mm-hmm.
prologue and then you got just these sayings like like Bilbo narrating about the Shire and how there's different types of people in the world and like how Shire folk is. So like everything that comes to you, it's just already believable.
Mm-hmm.
You're not like, oh, like, horses wouldn't make that noise or like this is far fetched. So
Mm-hmm.
like you're already in the world and
Yeah, you're already stuck in the world.
that's what good writing's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like you might not know anything, but like you already think that this is believable.
Yeah,
Like
it draws you
Superman
in.
flying across the sky. Like remember the advertisement for Superman, Christopher Reeve Superman was like, you will believe a man can fly.
Yeah.
And it just made sense. People are like, and people made fun of comic book superhero stuff. Like it was
Yeah.
only on TV. It was the first movie, and even Christopher Reeve's dad was like, "Dude, this is
It's silly.
like you're ruining
Uh,
your career. Like you're going from plays to this, and this is gonna be your debut film in Hollywood. Like this is
yeah.
a bad idea." He's like, "Nah, nah, I believe in this." Does it, and like everybody that went to the theaters, we were like, "Word, this is it."
Yeah, this is
You
cool.
know, just like Star Wars. Like nobody was writing Star Wars like that. It was all about like depression and the Vietnam War and all that stuff.
Well,
Everybody was
no,
just
no,
trying to be real.
Star Trek was around.
Star Trek, but it was
Yeah,
TV.
but it was more of a
It's
television
TV.
series.
And like remember when Tolkien was writing, came out with the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings. So many people criticized not only Tolkien but fantasy alone, of like we shouldn't have escapism. People should be embedded in the real world. Be involved in politics, be involved in all this stuff. And it's like escapism has a part to play in terms of inspiration and helping us kind of like come with the like our human nature, come with the fact like help us like through a different lens realize that like we can also turn into all these bad people we hate as well,
Mm-hmm.
but we also have the ability to be as good as all these heroes we see,
Yeah.
your firefighters then to superheroes and all that stuff.
True.
And so like that's where we kind of see that argument happening again today, where it's like, oh, why are you over a superhero movie? Like, there's bigger things. Like people are trying to use that argument again, Like there's bigger things in the world happening. Like people are dying on this side of the world, and people are
Yeah, it's
going
like a
through this.
coping. Yeah, it's a
Yeah, and
cope.
it's like it's not that we aren't gonna talk about this stuff, but like right now, like we're talking about something entertaining, something great for us.
Yeah, it's coping.
Yeah.
Again, I tell people all the time when people ask about why are you so cynical on this movie? Like, why are you being so hard? Why? And it's like, well, they get awards, dude. Like, why is it that when I choose to ask why it sucks in certain parts, you don't question like the Oscars or the Academy Awards about these things? Like that they're giving away awards for like randomest things, and
Yeah,
they give
yeah,
them
yeah.
away so loosely. Like you have to ask questions. Like again, it's not like when it comes to Marvel and DC that there's not a fucking template. There's a
Hmm.
template. There's years and years and years of
Yeah,
comic
yeah.
books on all the characters and everything. So when you want to come out and say like, just breaking a little bit of like our discussions today. You want to come out and say that like Jean Grey's a killer, like you better have a really really good reason as to why you're doing that to the character because we all look at it a different way.
Yeah, and like it's like one of those things that like we talked about in terms of like jokingly and serious Madeline Pryor and all that
Yeah,
stuff, but it's also like okay, like just be upfront about it too. Be upfront, like
yeah,
hey, we're gonna do completely different. Like we're gonna honor the X Men, but all the characters are gonna be very different from what you know.
hmm,
And it's not to disrespect the fans, but it's just to separate from Fox. Whatever the reason being, it's just like be honest about it. It's like Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. I think people would have given it a lot more of a chance, even though it is financially successful. If they're like, hey, look, we're taking this book, putting a different spin on it. We are casting these specific actors to be provocative, to be out there in the open. It's to create discord.
yeah.
Like okay, that's respectable, but like just being like yeah, we're casting Elliot Page and then making Helen of Troy black and then like
It's a lot of
just
wow factor shit.
yeah, a lot of wow factors, and it's like okay, why we know why are you doing this, and they're like oh, they're just playing off like this is normal, this is not a problem. Like no, you know what you're doing, so like just be upfront about it. It
Hmm.
ain't a problem. But like when you try to tell us one thing and then do another, it's like all right, like we don't believe you, we're not gonna trust you. Like I
Hmm.
think whatever Christopher Nolan's gonna do later, people are still gonna go see it.
Yeah,
But
of
I think if,
course.
but I think, but here's the caveat though. I think if he does anything fantasy related again, it's gonna be way less successful
Well, I
because
mean, it's one of those things
yeah,
like, even if I'm not mistaken, Christopher Nolan's getting fucking put in the grind by the person who did the translation. And then some other chick, if it's
mm,
not the director, it's someone who is supposed to be a part of it by saying, like, well, this guy took a lot of fucking freedoms to change a lot of shit that didn't make sense. And then when he changed it all in this nature of making Odysseus this PTSD veteran
yeah.
who suffers from all this stuff, it removes from the factor of like everything that happens after Odysseus' story. When he
Well, yeah,
goes
like
into the
his
land of the
his
dead,
his
like
whole story was trying to get back to his family.
well,
Like
yeah, well,
yeah,
that
like
was one part, and the other thing too is it teaches the person because you
hmm
have to remember in this culture, the life expectancy is to like 30s because everything is war
hmm
driven. Everything is like country versus country. It's not, or even not even that. It's like city versus city almost.
yeah.
Imagine if like where you're at, the mayor of your city was like, "Yo, we're going to war with the neighboring city." So get your pitchforks, knives, and guns. We're gonna go
You're like
conquer.
why? Like
Yeah, you're gonna be
yeah.
like, wait, we don't do this anymore. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
That
but that's what it
honestly,
was.
when you talked about the Ezra Miller stuff, he like went into your house and
Yeah.
hey yo, give me your
Give
wallet
me
and
a
all the
minute.
condoms you
Yeah.
got. Like, give me a minute. I'm gonna go get my
Yeah. And I'm
GoPro.
gonna get my GoPro because I'm gonna record this shit because no
Yeah,
one's gonna
I'm gonna
believe
go
me, dude.
with you, dude. Like,
Yeah.
if the mayor of my city was like, hey, we're gonna fight the neighboring city, I'm like,
Why?
I
But
think
okay.
I'm down. I think
Yeah.
I'm down.
I don't even know
You know, like
why, but yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's get it. Yeah,
it's
let's.
like,
And
yeah.
you're
At
like, I
this
always
point,
wanted
it's
it
like,
like Walmart or whatever.
yeah, yeah. It's like depending on the city. If I know it's like a ghetto Walmart, like I'll be
You're gonna be
there.
like, nah, I don't
I'll
want
be
that shit.
there. No, man,
No, but you know
get
what I
rid of
mean.
that.
Like it's this idea that it's everything I've talked about against the Marvel universe. Like Christopher Nolan just did exactly what everybody else did after the first 10 years, right?
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
was like, instead of following the source material, you as a creator think you're better than what that is. And
Yep.
again, if you were to take Mickey, like look at the downfall of the Mickey Mouse being open source, right? Mickey Mouse goes open source, and then all of a sudden, a bunch of
Yeah.
ignorant ass folk are like, "We're gonna turn it into a horror movie. Watch, it's gonna be super," and it fails
Miserably.
astronomically fails. Every one of them are just stupid. Like they're not good. But
No, they're stupid. They're dumb. They're like
yeah, and it's
really
because of
dumb.
the fact that those IPs may be open source, but they are so embedded in the genetics of American history that no little motherfucker that does absolutely nothing except makes films in his garage is ever gonna make that shit work. Never. You'd
No,
have
you're
to
right, man.
be you'd have to be Christopher Nolan.
But
You know
here's
what I mean?
the problem with Christopher Nolan doing something like The Odyssey is like, okay, this guy, he's not particularly cares about religion or gods or fantasy. Like it's not his forte, right? That's why
Hmm.
everything that he does is grounded, or he tries to do very logical movies. And but for some reason he can't get like the sound to work. But it's gonna be very hard for this type of person to adapt something, even if he's the king of the directors of Hollywood, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So like there's and this guy like he showed his true colors. He doesn't have to do all this stuff. He doesn't have to pander this way. He doesn't. But the guy wants awards. He makes films to show that to show his peers instead of his audience.
Like, can you
But
imagine? Like, can
yeah,
you imagine that fucking magic is his kryptonite? Like storytelling with magic, like that's his fucking kryptonite. Like
yeah,
that's the thing that he's like, oh, bro, I'm really good at like I'm the best at making movies, but if you give me a character that can shoot fireballs from his hands, like I just can't. I can't make it work.
yeah.
What the fuck does that even mean? Like as an artist, like you learn to adapt and create, and you encourage the idea of being challenged in your art. So like for
No,
him to get
yeah,
to the approach of the Odyssey and be like, hey, I don't want to make real gods and real magic and real stuff. I just wanted to make it seem like this guy's fucking tripping on some shrooms and he's imagining this shit.
yeah,
Like, are you familiar with like the Iliad and all the Odyssey stuff and stuff?
yeah. I am.
Okay, so
Yeah,
do you remember the Achilles situation, right? Where Achilles is like this grandeur hero character because
yeah.
he's
Everybody
not a
looking up to
hero,
him.
he's a
Yeah, yeah,
murderer, because all of these people are just murderers at ground level, but they're
yeah.
heroes because they survive the battlefield and continue. You get this grandiose idea of when you survive wars. You become heroes when you survive wars
Yeah, like history is written by
by the
the
victor.
victors, right? And
So
like and that's why I love the like Brad Pitt's portrayal of
yeah, yeah,
Achilles, because it's like, oh, this is a person who's lost. He
yeah.
has this talent. He obviously doesn't care about kings and stuff, so it's like
No.
this kind of independence. But you know, in the scene, and this is where good director and good actor and acting and two people with chemistry that maybe they don't even know each other, but they're just top tier professional actors are just
Mhm.
hashing it out. Like remember when the king goes
To Achilles'
after
tent.
to Achilles' tent,
Yeah,
right?
sees his niece still alive.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's there to retrieve like his son's
Hector's
body.
body.
Yeah, after like Achilles did one of the most horrific acts you
Yeah,
could do.
dragged his ass in the
You know,
chariot.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, his whole
in front
entire
of his
family
family,
and
yeah,
everybody. Yeah, just
and
disrespectful, disrespectful.
and like when he's like in the morning, you're still my enemy, and he's like, well, tonight you're still my enemy,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's just like this real encounter of two people that just realize like this is like not only is Achilles accepting his bravery, but he's understanding something he never understood before. Like, how can somebody kind of like talk to me like a friend and
And hate me at the
have
same
some,
time.
yeah, and have some forgiveness? Like, this guy has a higher purpose than me,
Well, I don't even know if you're.
and
I don't know how
yeah,
far you go into the story of Odysseus and the Iliad and stuff. The next scene after that, you have Achilles go to the body of Hector, and then he starts to mourn Hector.
yeah, yeah.
Saying, "Brother, and I'm sorry. Like you didn't deserve this." Understanding the glory again of the battlefield and being the warrior. But are you familiar of when
Well, he starts
Odysseus?
understanding. He starts understanding that like every person's life that he has taken was a son
Yeah, of a daughter or whatever.
yeah, had a
It's
mother, had a family.
it's
They
a
were a person that
it's
believed
like a
in what they were doing.
foreshadowing though
Yeah,
of him when he's in when Odysseus runs into his soul in the land of the dead.
yeah,
In the book, I don't know if you're familiar with this part. He
hmm
runs into Achilles, and Odysseus is like, Achilles, like, you made it. Like this is what you want. And he's
yeah.
and he's so depressed. He's like,
Because he feels like he didn't accomplish anything.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
like
like,
it's like
I would give every murder, every war, every battle I've won away just for the opportunity to be alive again. Like I hate this because I may be dead and I may be famous or whatever, but at what cost? I don't even get to celebrate it.
yeah,
Yeah, so like the idea of like this
and he like matters to nobody.
and that's the thing is like that's the story of these things is there's lessons in them.
Yeah,
There's lessons of being men and being warriors and being fighters. Of course all these weak fucking people, like what they see because it's just pretty on the eyes or it talks about their nonsense that they're dealing with in their everyday life, but like as
mm,
warriors or people that fight or understand these knowledgeable concepts, like those moments help us to not be monsters. It helps us to be more virtuous
yeah.
because you get to see the people you're inspired by. Oh, you almost got his spider sense to activate. That's crazy. Um, uh, you have these moments that it teaches us virtuosity. It teaches us to be
Yeah,
virtuous in
yeah.
the sense of like
Well, it gives us a
not to
moral
be.
compass of why this character has a moral compass, but why we should also understand their way of thinking, even when it goes against their own morality, right?
And that's what they substituted for that
Yeah,
stupid bitch fucking page or whatever.
yeah.
Like to bring her character in. That's why they substituted that shit. Like that's what they gave us instead. Again, a
Yeah,
person
or like
who
yeah, and I don't get why she was in the film. It was just again, she, Zendaya, Tom Holland, um, who else was like a or Helen of Troy? It's like they're barely in the film.
John Leguizamo, dude.
Yeah, like they're barely in the film, but most of the marketing had them at the forefront. So like
I hope one
we
day I get to meet John
again we keep
Leguizamo,
seeing
dude.
the puppet master. We see what's
Yeah.
going on, and I'm like, what are you guys doing?
I hope I get to meet John Leguizamo one day so I can call him a panachudo, dude, for all his bullshit, dude.
Yeah, if that's your goal, it might not happen.
Yeah, I'm really
A
gonna call
publicist
that
like,
guy.
I saw the Average Boy podcast.
Yeah,
I agree
yeah. I
with you,
hope
but
I hope
I
that guy
can't get you
knows. Like,
close.
I know
Yeah,
eventually I'll catch that dude slipping one day somewhere and be like, bro, you're a big panachudo, dude. Like, for you to go off and talk about how Mexicans or Spanish people are underrepresented, and then you go and take a Greek role, like, you're a fucking puto, dude. Like, just a straight up puto, bro. Like, what a fucking panachudo, dude.
yeah. Oh yeah, wasn't Travis Scott in this as well,
Yeah,
or
Travis
Bad Bunny
Scott.
or
Yeah,
something? I
yeah,
don't
that
know.
guy too, man. Fuck that guy. He's
It's
got
like,
a higher
dude, it's
kill
the
death
same
ratio than
thing.
all of us.
It's the same thing as the one jit the Peter Dinklage with the Snow White. Like they shouldn't like more
Another
dwarves.
panachudo.
Yeah, yeah, more dwarves need a representation, but like they shouldn't play the role of a dwarf, and so they put like CGI
Dude, you know
regular
what even
people
fucking
dwarfs
made it
in
even
Snow White.
crazier is
It's like, oh, so you
the
took away like 7 people's jobs. Way to
yep,
go,
100
bro.
motherfucking percent,
Yeah.
and they're cool with that shit. These guys, they're all pussies, dude. Like all
No,
of them, they're all fucking
there's
pussies.
a dude who's a little person, and he's a comedian,
Yeah,
and he's like,
he
when
hates Peter Dinklage.
no, yeah, it's like when Peter Dinklage was saying that, I was like, I don't understand what's going on. Aren't you like our king? Like, he's just like,
You're a guy,
he's like,
bro. You
what's?
broke boundaries, man. He broke boundaries
He's like,
for his
I feel
role
like I'm
in
doing well.
for his fucking role
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the Lord, what? Not the Lord of the Rings, the other one, the fucking House of
Maybe in Game of
Dragons, or
Thrones.
whatever.
Maybe the Game of Thrones scene where like
Yeah, that movie.
Joffrey brought out all the dwarves and made them like do a bunch of like humiliating stuff. Like just
Yeah, yeah.
hit home to him too much that he just had PTSD for the rest of his life.
No,
And
like I
he's
like
like,
what he
oh
does,
man.
bro.
Yeah, he's a good actor. He's good at what he does. Like it's just shut up. You're an actor. Like we know there's nothing in your brain, so stop talking.
Tyrannosaurus Rick in
Yeah.
the comments, like, I really can't follow the conversation with these guys, but they're funny or whatever. Wait, why can't you follow us, bro? What are you
Well, it's
talking
like again, like I point this out even on my streams about the whole Lego situation. I'm like, just because we're informed doesn't mean everybody else is informed, right? So it's like that's one of the reasons why I love the Average Boys podcast is point out like, yo, these people that are in Hollywood and said this BS about Latino representation. Like
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
people don't know. It's the mom effect, right?
yeah,
Like a lot of like we're gonna get into the Spider-Man topic, right? But
yeah,
one of the reasons this movie's making money is because Spider-Man has always been catered to families, and I've
yes.
I've made a
I
big
agree.
big I've been a big proponent of that, of like explaining like Hollywood, if it caters to families, it's back, it's successful, it's gonna do well because you're not selling one ticket, you're selling five tickets to one
Yeah,
person, you know.
100%.
So like people are gonna bring their kids. Like when I went to the movies, like there was kids, there was families, it was great. Um, Kind of sucked because like we had some dudes like putting up their hand, like resting it on the freaking chair, and it's like right in my face. I'm like, dude,
Should have just poured all your popcorn on him.
look, man, you think I had popcorn?
Yeah, you're like, what, yeah, man, fuck.
My friend got. Oh no, I did have popcorn. He got it for free. But yeah, I'm not doing that. He
You're
had his
like, I
kids
ain't
around.
wasting my popcorn on
No,
this
no, but
fool.
like, like there's your pros and cons. But overall, like in the film industry, these actors are saying some bull crap that it is affecting their overall fan base that like care about following these guys. They care about like what these people have to say. But then when they start alienating half their audience, even that half that they're alienating, not all of them know about it.
Mm.
And it's not for them to know about it to like, now you shouldn't support this person. Just like, hey, look, this is just the reality. This guy's an idiot. Don't idolize these people. And if this person is a part of some movie and they're very politically out there, then that means that most likely the movie's going to be bad because the only reason they got the job is because they're politically inclined with the
Inclined with
director,
someone.
right? And they most likely did not get the job through their merits. They got it through, you know, like having the same politics.
They got it from blowing someone. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. But yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's go ahead and jump right into this, right? I know Derpy will be back, so I do want to talk shit with him about Snyder being seen at WB and all this other stuff. So there's a lot of
Yeah.
things that are gonna make Derpy super mad today. I'm super excited.
He said that he was coming on. He just texted me like 20 minutes ago. He's like,
Like
I'm hopping on
17
now.
hours ago.
If it get on,
He'll call
just
me at like the earliest times and be like, "Oh man, we're gonna do the show tonight, right?" And be like super late for no reason.
well, yeah,
But
we're
it's
like,
okay.
it's all right,
But
So boy over there,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So Spider-Man, No Way Home, or no,
brand
brand
new
new
day.
day, brand new home.
For people that don't know, brand new day is the second to worst comic of any Spider-Man run, I think.
I think. Wait, hold on. Before you start
Yeah,
shitting on
yeah.
this movie, I'm ready. I'm ready. Like, but guys in the comments, ladies in the comments, give us your rating for Spider-Man, brand new home.
Brand new disaster,
Yeah, brand new thing.
brand new
Brand new thing.
trash.
I like brand new thing. Thang.
Yeah, yeah.
Thang. Brand new thing.
Thang.
Yeah. Let us know in the comment section what you guys thought of the film, so that way we can get a basic idea of where the chat's gonna go when we're chatting about it. Like, I really want to know where people thought
Yeah,
about
they
this.
should have just named it like Spider-Man Same Old Day because they just
Yeah, I wasn't.
backtrack
Did I tell
everything.
you about that? So we did a podcast earlier this week. I think it was
Yeah, yeah.
Wednesday or I don't
No,
remember.
it couldn't have been Wednesday. It must have
Damn,
been
4 out of 10.
Thursday or
Damn,
something.
Nacho went straight in, right
Heck
punch to the
yeah,
dick, dude.
Nacho Ninja, real one.
That's pretty crazy. But good, good, good. Yeah, I want to know. I want to know ratings. I want to know ratings. I want people to put
And
in the
think
chat
stream
what they think.
sigils the
I want to know pros and cons.
House of L.
And yeah, um, but yeah, we got to talk about it earlier this week. I jumped on a Relics podcast. He has an awesome podcast that we run really late at night that I got to be a part of, and
Yeah,
it
the
was
late
so
night
cool.
show. Yeah,
Yeah, the
it's
late
fun.
night Relic show, dude.
Yeah,
We need like a background of like the desk, like the late night shows, like,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
hey everybody, what's up? It's Conan O'Brien or whatever. Yeah,
yeah,
we
yeah,
need like one of those. This the chairs with the visitors image and then yours at the desk.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? That'd be real funny. But yeah, we talked about it. We broke it down pretty good. We didn't have like super crazy amount of time, but we had
yeah,
enough.
yeah. I don't think
And
we broke it down real good. We definitely broke it down a bit.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I think so. And yeah, we just wanted to be able to talk about it with you guys. You know, we want to get Derpy on here too, but that dude's gonna take a million years, man. I
yeah. He just
already
said to me
know
he's like,
this dude.
I'm probably not gonna be on for too long. And I'm like, I don't care. Like, get
Yeah,
on,
he's only
dude.
gonna jump on for 10 minutes to tell me how good Lanterns is gonna be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of. I'm
Everybody
gonna call
excited
it.
for Lanterns?
Yeah, the kind of Green Lanterns. I'm gonna call them the kind of Green
Yeah.
Lanterns. I guess I'm
The
kicking against the odds or the gods. Goads.
against the
Yeah, I was like goads.
yeah. Rick just saw it. Have no idea what. Rick, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, man? Dream
Oof.
sigils and how
Oh,
much
was
of
it
a
Rick
mess
that was it
BND
Rick
is.
that said about that he was gonna go see it after that we said it that we were talking about it in the
Yeah.
podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, you know what, you guys
No,
shit
no,
on
no.
this enough. I'm gonna go see
No,
it.
no, that was someone else. Rick was
Yeah.
like, he messaged like, "Oh, I'm going with friends to go watch it." I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Mm.
Um, Animation and fights were great. First time I liked Tom as Spidey, but Plosh the story makes it something I can't see again. 5 out of 10. It's not a bad take. That's not a bad take. One of the benefits of the movie is that Tom Holland has his mask on almost the entire time, as
Hmm.
Spider-Man, which is really nice to see.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like
That was pretty dope.
we had all that CGI bull crap of like nanotech just coming off for
Yeah,
random
none of
times.
it was
No,
good.
no, like the mask is supposed to be for a purpose, but people are just like, oh, we just have masks so that we could just take it off. And it's
Yeah,
like, what?
just like film life in what film life conveniences. That's like I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
telling you where I hate the everyone has a little communicator and never mention that they had one. Like I
Yeah, yeah.
know it's you look at it and be like, oh, that's not really important, and it's like, well, there's
It's super
context to it.
important. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if someone does this and talks and says something, like you know, you have to get the message to someone. Back in the
Yeah.
day, it was like you had to scream it or. Um,
Send a pigeon.
where's the glove, right, in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Infinity War movie or Endgame, and oh,
Yeah, yeah.
it's being ran across the battlefield. Clit has it, or Cliff, or whatever. Clint has it.
Somebody's clit's got
Yeah,
it.
somebody's Clit has it. Um, we need confirmation who's coming from fucking space. You know what I mean? Thanos and his ships are shooting at it. Where's all the attention? It's like they forgot to run the gauntlet or the glove back to where it needed to go when
It's
everyone was
almost like
shooting into
that
the
movie
sky.
sucks.
Yeah, it's almost like there was a lot of
It's almost like,
MacGuffin
everybody still
moments.
has cope.
Speaking of MacGuffins, Spider-Man's was kind of weird.
It was ridiculous. I don't think people understand the level of technology that Spider-Man was able to create makes him probably the smartest character in all of the MCU. I'm talking Reed
Yeah.
Richards. I'm talking all these people. Like this
Well, that's
level
might
of
be blasphemy
technology.
because we do have Ironheart, remember? And
That
Marvel
freaking
Rivals did introduce
that
Devil
freaking slut.
Dinosaur and Moon Girl, remember? So Reed Richards isn't even the smartest person.
Oh yeah, I
Doomsday,
forgot.
Doom
Yeah,
isn't. Yeah, technically he's not because they're not.
she's
They're
so
not.
smart that she stole technology and then made it from
Yeah.
scratch,
Well, not only
and
that,
then
she's
and then
so smart
claims
that
yeah.
she made the worst show that no one watched, and still people talk about it.
Hey, I guess that's an accomplishment in and of itself.
Yeah, yeah, it's something. It's up
People
there with
stop talking
She-Hulk.
about like She-Hulk and all that. Like they ran their freaking everything to the ground from that point. But
Did you
it,
see the stuff about She-Hulk too? I mean, I know we're going on crazy. Like, once you mention
I'm
something,
okay going.
it's
Like
cause like,
it's because the MCU's a mess. So like we have to
dude,
kind of jump around, dude.
yeah, it's so fucking horrible when you like, when you think of one part and then you realize there's something going on bad because of that, and it keeps going and going. Cause like right now it was like we mentioned Ironheart, and they just talked about, I think like last week or at D24 or whatever, that they're gonna go forward with the champions, which I told again, whenever I had Trigger and Brian on the show, they were like, "There's no way," and I told them all of this shit has to be there because they don't have enough assets, and those are the things they control. And I told them the
No, no,
squadron
no,
were
no.
supreme.
They had a ton of assets. It's just they wanted to do. Kevin Feige said that he wanted to make 50% women, 50% men,
Yeah,
and then focus more on how the women are better than the men. And then chose all these new comics because they had the rights to a bunch of stuff. And Universal was willing to work with them. Fox was willing to work with them on like, hey, if you're gonna make it like the reason we don't have a Hulk movie is because Feige is careless. Like he doesn't care about the fans. When I say careless, he's prideful.
yeah,
Like, he's prideful. Like they lost the ability to make Hulk movies after the Incredible Hulk wasn't a hit at the box office, right? And now they're like they have to either make a like 60-40 split with Universal if they want a Hulk movie. Hulk movie, like Universal has the rights to any Hulk movie, so they have to keep making movies where the Hulk is in it to retain rights. I don't think this was one of the cases, but they can't just use the character by itself. That's why they changed him from liking Betty to liking Black
It's
Widow,
Black Widow,
and we had him throw a tantrum in Ragnarok. Freaking A, man! Like,
bro. And I know Ragnarok. A lot of people like it.
no,
I
it's
I
really
think
good
it's
writing. It's a
fun.
stupid. It's dumb.
I think
I
it's
hate that movie.
fun, but like I hated the fact that they destroyed the opportunity for us to ever get Planet Hulk in World War Z or World War Hulk. Like they destroyed it because they gave the entire story to Thor for
Gave the
Planet Hulk.
entire story to Thor, and then in She-Hulk he has a kid,
Just a car.
and they just completely like disregard that on this movie. Like,
Nah, he had his picture on his desk. Did you see it?
it was just a still frame from the show. Like somebody just screenshot the show. Like we should probably put that
No,
up
you
there.
know what makes it even funnier? It's from the director's point of view. It's not even like a picture of him with his kid. It's like a shot from the series as it plays in Disney Plus.
Oh, so like
Make,
it's a fourth, fifth wall type thing.
yeah, it doesn't even make
That's
any
yeah.
fucking sense to have a shot like that.
Yeah, I'd be okay if they're just like, hey, we did the She-Hulk. We're not counting that as
You know what
part of the
makes it
MCU.
even more
I'm
funnier
okay.
than that?
What is
I
that?
told
they're
the guys,
incompetent?
I told Trigger and Brian the reason why they wanted to introduce Scar is because they're not going to do Amadeus Cho because
They're,
Amadeus
they're gonna
Cho.
use Scar for Planet Hulk.
No, they're going to use Scar for the World War Hulk with Amadeus Cho, right? Which is made zero fucking sense to have it in the first place.
That's what I'm
So
saying, and I think he's gonna play a villain in the
no, no,
future.
no. Who Scar?
Scar, yeah.
No, he's going to be the Hulk and the Champions because
I don't
that's
think so.
Amadeus Cho.
I don't
He's
think
gonna
they're
be
gonna do the champions. I think
They are.
like
Or-
no like we've talked about before how like they're good at taking something, adapt like respecting it, but then adapting their own thing to it, like their own idea, right? So I think they'll eventually to get like a Hulkish movie, they'll make Scar a bad guy so that there's like no connection between um like Bruce Banner Hulk versus Scar because it's
I I
like
really
either you're gonna let the audience know that Bruce Banner is one of the worst people to ever live because he's not only an idiot, doesn't share technology or knowledge, and also he's a negligent father.
yeah.
So that's cool.
It's
You know,
just so it's so weird. Scar is
it's
not a great
backwards.
character in the comic books.
Nope. Nope.
He's like totally useless. They don't even know what to do with him.
I never liked that he existed.
Whoa,
like-
is Tyrannosaurus Rick talking about Mad Jim Jaspers? Or is he talking about other Jaspers?
No. Jasper here, he's a cow, and he
Oh.
does this every stream. He just comes in yo and then cow.
Oh,
Like click on it, like right there, you'll see it.
yeah, I see him. I literally thought he was talking about Mad Jim Jaspers.
Jasper.
But
Give me a quick second.
yeah.
Hey, I'll be right back. Hold up.
So, for those that don't know, I'll run it like this. There was a part in the comic books where, during the All New, All Different, which was the jump after Secret Wars, they changed a lot of dynamics in the Marvel Universe. And one of them was that the Hulk gets killed by Clint Barton, Hawkeye, gets shot with an arrow, and they kill him. But before that happened, he gave his entire power set to Amadeus Cho, who I forgot his sister's name, but she was the chick that was in Age of Ultron that was helping Ultron make the body, the Asian scientist. So he's already been kind of referenced. I got the hiccups. God, jeez, man, chill out. Okay. So during that time, Amadeus Cho is being seen as kind of like a liability by Shield, who's ran by, or maybe it was Sword, either one of them, by Captain Marvel. And they're keeping tabs on him, and they don't want him to get revenge and go after Clint Barton for killing Banner. After that, the Hand takes the body of Banner and makes it come back to life and turns it into this character that's being used by Captain Hydra or something. It's super crazy on how convoluted the series gets, but there was a comic book that came out literally right after Secret Wars because there's a displaced younger version of the X-Men which had young Beast, I think it had young Cyclops and a young Jean Grey, and they were put into this like, yeah, thank you, Dream. I just want to make it because like it's very difficult to understand. I finally found a grammar word. Good evening, Jasper. Good evening. I finally found a word, and it's landmarks. Like Marvel has a tendency to put landmarks from the comic book series that they take the titles from. So you look at Civil War, and in Civil War, the landmarks were, um, I forgot his name, Gigante, or I forgot his name. The big guy, the one that was the black dude in the Ant-Man film. I forgot the role that he plays. Let me see if I can get that real quick. Let me see. Giant Civil War killed Marvel. Yeah, Bill Foster, Goliath. He's killed by Thor. And this is why they removed Thor and Hulk from the series in the first place. Because that was one of the biggest moments was everybody was asking, where's Thor and Hulk in that? Well, Reed Richards and Iron Man cloned Thor off of like one of his hairs or blood on the battlefield. And they used the clone to fight in Civil War. And in that concept, they kill Goliath. The war comes to an end. And, you know, there is casualties. And, the landmark was Rhodey when he's killed by Vision, or not killed, but when he's shot by Vision in the chest during that scene. So that was the landmark. So there's a bunch of these little like I said, landmarks in the series that Marvel has to touch so that they can use those titles from those comic book masterpieces because if you don't go out and read these comic books, you guys are literally missing out on masterpieces in literature. But what we were talking about earlier is there's a group called the Champions, right? The Champions. Let me see if I can bring up a photo real quick. Marvel, the Champions. Oh, everybody's looking up that right now because it's for the fucking game. Yeah, here we go. The Champions. I'm going to go ahead and click on it. What would be a good one to click on? I just want it to be enough that I can bring up all the characters that are being used in the series. What's up? Welcome back, Relic.
Hello,
Right,
hello.
I'm really trying to look at this really fast. I think this is probably going to be the best picture. Pop this off. Boom. Screen share. Bob. So this was the character roster for the group of champions. Yeah. I'm going to attempt to give you a call set for all of them, but I already can tell you there's 3 characters I don't know that I could give 2 shits about. Or 3.
It's just Miles Morales and friends.
Not even, he wasn't even in the, I think he wasn't even in the original roster.
Black guy has other friends.
So
There's a terrorist right behind.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is, dude. I don't know who the fuck that is. I am so.
That's the Unabomber.
Yeah,
I
that's
believe.
crazy, bro. That's 9/11. That's 9/11. Like I don't know who the character in the middle is, the one with the hijab, right? I don't know who the green-haired character in the middle with the yellow. I don't know who the chick is in the back in the trench coat.
Remember, Marvel did make Snowflake and Safe Space.
They're not there. They're not. I know exactly what those characters. They look
yeah,
like
dude.
Bro, I thought that was the funniest shit they could have ever have done in the
Dude,
wrongest time.
Wouldn't Marvel right here would be enemies with hijab because she's Muslim, but Muslims are not cool with magic.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can guarantee
And,
the chick in the middle has nothing but hatred in her heart for every one of those people. Dude. I can fucking tell you that she would rather them be dead, but before hopes to accept the law in this situation.
Is that Captain America like part of? He's like a black Nazi, like the symbol in his chest, man.
You don't know who that is? That's the Patriot, bro.
Oh no.
That's the grandson of that dude that came out in the series. You remember the Falcon? Remember the black guy?
Yeah, the black guy, the first.
That's the kid that opened the door.
Whatever, dude.
That's him. That's the Patriot, brother. You know who gave him his shield?
Who? Hydra?
Iron Man. Iron Man gave it to him and is like, "Here, kid, you deserve this."
Well, they can't do that here. They have to. Ironheart has to give it to.
Speaking of her and all her shame, that's her in the bottom left with the cool curly hair.
You serious?
That 100%. That's her on the bottom left. You know who that above her? That's Viv. That's Vision's daughter, who no one gives two shits about right now. And we know who that is on the right, the first mutant in MCU history, even though she was an Inhuman. That's Miss Marvel.
Dude, whatever.
You know what's
man.
cool though, is right above the random green dog that no one knows who that is, because I don't even know who that is myself. You know who above that is? That's Red Locust. They made this character as a Mexican hero who's based after Chispiritu.
What happened to the wheelchair chick, the wheelchair daredevil chick or whatever?
Oh, they probably didn't have the on ramp for people with disabilities for this shot.
For this image, they're like, why don't you just take the picture? Why
What's up,
don't you just
Chew?
like,
How we doing, boys?
yeah.
Yeah, and of course there's Miles. Do you know who that is on the very top with the feathers under his arm?
No,
You have to know. You've seen him.
dude, don't tell me this. Why
It's
are you hurting?
Joaquin.
Why are you hurting me,
It's
man?
our boy Joaquin. It's the Falcon, man.
And why don't you Joaquin out of this image, man?
Dude, did you know Joaquin is actually a mutant in the fucking movies? In the
Did you
comic
know who
books?
gives a damn?
He has a fucking Falcon face, dude. It's perfect for it.
Yeah,
Watch,
yeah.
let me bring this guy back. He's so cool. No, he's not. I'm just
Your
fucking.
mom's cool, dude.
I'm tripping balls, dude. But there's some people that are missing in this shot, right?
Yeah, remember. Nacho said, remember, Iceman was gay,
No, yeah, he's always been gay though.
and then Jean Grey was gaslighting.
Yeah.
He's going to rise again like a phoenix. Oh, Pumpkin coming in clutch. And Chew and Ew from the Facebook side.
What's up, Chew and Ooh? What's up, brothers? What's up? Yeah, these characters, and again, with all the nonsensical characters that never make it in their own series, the Champions book was always used to try to build them up. As you can see in the back over here, our favorite non-important character to ever be created, Moon Knight, Moon Girl, and Devil Dinosaur. You can see Ironheart right here.
Who bought these, man? There's no way people were waiting in line for this stuff.
Yeah, no one about this. That's why I failed. That's why they were like, let's put it in the movies instead.
I honestly, the first thing I thought I saw was the Champions right there in the middle. I was
This
like,
one?
oh, sick. No, on the left.
this-
No, left. No, down. Left.
Oh, that's Contest of
No,
Champions.
left image.
Oh,
from that.
this one.
I was like, sick.
Yeah. Well, that's this group right here. That was them with them
Yeah.
right now.
Is that
Right?
Hercules?
It was that one. That's them right there. That's the Champions right there.
I heard we're getting Hercules for the next Thor movie.
I don't know why. Thor's already checked out.
Yeah, he got the haircut again for some reason.
Oh yeah, well, like we're talking about, there's Amadeus Cho. You'll see Cyclops in some of these photos. He's right here. But what looks different about this Cyclops, you ask? He's so much younger. Well, that's because he's part of a displaced group of characters that can... What the fuck is this? The new champions? Bro, just stop, dude.
Dude, why are we
That's-
wasting people's time with this stuff, man?
That's a Marvel. That's a Miss Marvel character. So I'm guessing that's a dude now. This is
Yeah,
May
we're
Parker,
about to
right?
lose all our subscribers, man.
Just
About-
no, we're
like,
talking.
I would quit. I would quit right now if I
Right,
was
right,
if this was in my on my screen.
Well, like we're saying,
This
they are
is
gonna
this
bring
is
the
the
new
last
Avengers
podcast
up.
with you, by the way.
They are going to bring the new Avengers up, or the new Young Avengers in Battle World, because there's no other groups around.
Wait, but are they actually doing this stuff, or this is more your speculation? Because I didn't.
No, they're
hear
gonna
any-
do this. They're gonna fucking do this. I know it. You.
Am I out of the loop? I didn't hear anything about Battle World and.
Well, Battle World is going to be next movie after Secret Wars. Secret Wars is Battle World. That's the planet that he creates.
Okay, got you. And oh
Marvel
my gosh, Dream Sigil, thank you for the 5
That was
gifted
so
last relic
cool.
memberships. Thank you so much.
E24. Just in case we lose the couple of memberships, we got 5 more.
It's like guys, don't leave.
No, it's just like I said, like it's very important that people are educated in this, because they have to know what these people are going to try to pull off.
Yeah,
And they're not going to do it, because again, the reason why I bring up the champions is because we just got Jean Grey and SpiderMan, right? They were talking about doing the Vision
Well, like,
Quest.
Well, like
Right?
that's a good kind of segue into it. Not we'll talk about both at the same time,
Yeah.
but like Do you think that's part of the reason they retcon the retcon of Spider-Man? They're like,
Explain. What do you mean?
let's make him a loser again because he okay, we did the trilogy, right? And this movie was supposed to be the movie of like what did he learn from this trilogy and his character development all the way up to making an extremely adult and selfless decision of like not explaining. Not only would it be like logistically difficult to explain that you guys had memories that I helped erase, but he went back to being worse than he ever was.
Yeah. Well, again, I talked about this
He's now an
before.
adult and he's now completely like his decisions are completely on him with all this experience, and he decides to do the worst thing possible.
So let me put this out real quick. This came out in
Yeah.
2024. Again, talking
Oh
about the
my
Champions
gosh.
reportedly being filmed in 2026, which we're about to hit right now, or where we're in right now. The Marvels was a box office flop with few redeeming qualities, but it is set to be the introduction to the most important future team, the Young Avengers. Mind you, the Young Avengers had never been an important team in Marvel in history. So I don't know how they're going to claim it's going to be one of the best ones in film. After the movie's release, rumors emerged that the Marvel Studios will be working on a project centered to the team. The project currently has no release date or production. Thing this is 2024. It's Champions in a few months. Inside, Daniel Wright claims the movie will begin production 2026 with the release of scheduled after Secret Wars. So this is going to probably be. It's not going to work that way. This is going to be after because again, Marvel. Kevin Feige came out like 2 weeks ago in a podcast with the Sony bitch that he made the movie produced with or whatever, and in it
Philly
yeah, I
Phoebe
don't care. The
Waller
chick's
Bridge or
stupid.
whatever.
Yeah, they're all
Okay.
dumb. It doesn't matter what her name is. She's gonna fail. Yeah, she'll be forgotten by the end of the fucking podcast. There.
Okay, okay, I got you. I got you.
They asked him. They were like, "So what is it that you have planned since the rebranding or since the you're not going to be rebooting the Marvel universe?" And he goes, "Oh no, there's a plan. There's always been a plan and a really good path that's been established after Secret Wars by Hickman, and that is it's literally everything I've been saying that they're going to do wrong."
Oh my gosh.
Which is all new, all different, baby. All new, all different. That was this, which is you can kind of tell the similarities of the characters that are here compared to the similarities, again, landmark, like I was talking about earlier in this series
Yeah.
right now, right? Which, again, here, boom. That's Ironheart in the middle, or actually Iron Man, but you know what it is. Miles, Kamala Khan, a random Indian dude, Jane Foster, Black Gwen Poole or Gwen Stacy, Vision, Old Man Steve Rogers, Black Captain Falcon, Captain America Falcon, and whatnot. But like, there was a comic book that was released when they did the rebranding of Marvel, and this was the rebranding. And in the rebranding, a lot of motherfuckers didn't like it. Like a lot of motherfuckers didn't
Well,
like it.
like here's the thing. I think this was all at this point they just started try to test the waters, and they're bringing everybody back because they know that they don't have any. Nobody cares about this stuff, so they're
True.
bringing back, and nobody even cares about who they're bringing back. Like Steve Rogers, Chris Evans, Steve Rogers. They don't like Robert Downey Jr. is coming back as Iron Man, and nobody's really talking about that.
Yeah, that he's
You,
gonna be
you know,
there after what? After what it is?
Yeah, he's gonna be Iron Man. He's
Yeah,
gonna
he's
be
gonna be
Tony
Iron Man
Stark. He's
again.
gonna be Iron Man, and like nobody cares. Nobody's talking about this stuff. The main topic of conversation is like, how garbage do you think this movie is gonna be? How much are they gonna ruin these characters? Not of like, man, we're excited for this to be the lead up to Secret Wars. Like, is Doomsday gonna have like a trilogy? It's gonna be Doomsday, Secret Wars 1 and 2, and Doomsday not Doomsday. Doctor Doom is the villain of all this. Like
Hmm.
nobody really cares. It's just like we're just trying to anticipate, is this going to be good writing? Like
That's where
can
it
they
all
can they pull this
falls
off?
into
Like they screwed us over for the past 6 years, 6 7 years, and are we
Dream
getting good
Sigil,
writing? Yeah.
rebrand new day. That is a pun.
That
That is a real pun.
punking,
I,
you
yeah,
should be
you
proud.
guys have to take this into consideration as to what they're trying to do. I think like the consensus of people would say after they do this crazy ass big film that they're planning to do, they kind of should just reboot.
Yeah.
Like they should reboot and just be like, hey, we're gonna reboot with the X-Men instead. We're gonna make a whole new younger cast of Avengers because the X-Men were there back in the 70s. So like you have to establish them at the same age as the Avengers, older
Hmm.
as they would be right now. Like you have to. Like Cyclops is gonna be like in his 30s, maybe even 40s by the time fucking Avengers 1 happens. So like we have to go back. So we have to cast a whole new Avengers team. Like it's just what it is. And then you can grow with
I
these
think
young X-Men.
I think they're gonna recast the whole Avengers team, but bring back the characters.
I don't think they are.
I
I think they're
think
gonna leave them
that's
as
the only way
is.
for them to do it. Like
No.
I think they have had talks about rebooting the whole thing.
Yeah, 100%. Someone
Yeah.
had to have brought it up and they were like, no, no, no. It's because we've already broken that chain. We've already broken that norm because all of these names of these characters are templates. We could just give them to someone
Yeah.
else. Look, it worked with Falcon. Look, he's Captain
Yeah,
America now.
they try to do that in this movie with Black Widow.
Yeah.
It's
Like
like,
again, and I keep telling people Black Widow's character in this was Sable. Like she literally plays that or Black Cat because there's good watch. I guarantee you in the next film or the film after they're going to have some sexual chemistry. Like I can guarantee you and then you 100% know that that's Black Cat's character. Like that's going to be it. I know it sounds stupid but
no,
does it not
the
sound
thing is
far-fetched?
it's not that it does sound stupid, but it sounds 100% believable because they are
Yeah.
stupid.
Cuz they'll
Like,
fuck it up. It's what they do good at. It's what they do good at. This is why the other day I was laughing because I'm a big fan of
look at what Aaron said.
with the 70s Bush. Let's go. Let's go. Like, tell me, watch anybody in the comment section, including yourself, Relic. Like, were you not expecting for this film to be like a Daredevil, Spider-Man centered film,
Dude, yeah,
where the
100%.
Hulk, where the Hulk was going to be controlled by the Hand, and that the Hand was going to play a bigger role because it was street level, and that yes, there may be some type of red-haired character, but it was going to be like it wasn't Jean
Well,
Grey
like
because
I
it
wasn't
doesn't
even
make sense.
expecting. I heard the rumors of Jean Grey, right? And I'm like, these are that would be stupid.
It's not a good idea.
Which it's not a good idea. It's not like you don't introduce the X-Men in a Marvel in a
In a Spider-Man
Spider-Man
film,
movie. Yeah.
he's too big.
So I was
He's
like,
too
yeah.
big.
No, it's okay. First of all, and X-Men are the best-selling comics that Marvel has ever had. Okay. But so it's like, okay, fine. And they even played it into like at one point Professor X thought Spider-Man would be a mutant. But then like they kind of chalked it up to him being like an experiment in a way, right? Same with Captain America, where Deadpool he was truly a mutant because it was the X gene that they like
Activated.
activated, right?
Yeah, but he
And
got
so
cancer from all the
they
testing.
don't know if the super soldier serum activates X genes or anything like that.
But the
Which
stress
would
on his body from all the
yeah
testing gave him cancer, and then while the cancer
yeah
was killing him, it activated the gene,
yeah
and yeah, yeah, that's how he became Deadpool. Not all that crazy nonsense that's in the film.
yeah. So the promotion was I thought it was like okay if the Hand is involved, you got the Punisher, which the Punisher his introduction was when the Hand was like the other story along with his story in season 2 of Daredevil, right? I'm like, okay, the Punisher's first appearance was in the Spider-Man comic. Great. So let's see what they do with that. And we're seeing the Scorpion. We're seeing not Boomerang. The
Which one? Which one?
we're seeing Tarantula. I
Yeah, just
forgot.
random. Bro, we
Yeah,
had
like
Tombstone. Tombstone alone could have been a
Tombstone.
good villain.
Yeah, dude, Tombstone could have been phenomenal.
Yeah, him and Scorpion
Um,
together working under Kingpin's bullshit would have been
Yeah, yeah,
great.
or Tombstone like actually explaining how he got Scorpion out of jail, like he has inside knowledge of how like
Yeah,
he's working the government. Like they completely disregarded like all the Kingpin stuff from the Daredevil show of him being the mayor and
crispy.
governor, all that stuff.
Yeah,
It's like,
that
oh,
was a
like
funny part.
you're not gonna touch on the Kingpin at all when he's actually a Spider-Man villain and Daredevil villain. So I thought they were kind of intertwined, especially when the only scene we ever got with Daredevil or Matt Murdock was in No Way Home, and we thought, and judging off that, you'd be like, okay, we're getting like the real Spider-Man. And so before we got Zendaya and stuff like that, we were kind of hearing about these action shots, and then like, oh, man, it's just it not only didn't it make sense promotionally, when the movie came out, it doesn't make sense. This movie sucks. It's terrible. There, like it breaks Tom Holland's Spider-Man character worse than when he was Iron Boy,
Iron
right?
Kid.
Yeah, now he's Iron Kid. He's Iron Child.
Yeah.
Like he's an idiot. He's now an adult. He doesn't like like you're telling me 5 years he'd never found a job. He is living in a crazy apartment. He has technology, probably better than Tony Stark ever did in his first few
Yeah.
movies, where he has like this crazy like printer that could pretty much print money and
Yeah.
crazy technology. Like that's insane. Sewing machine printer or whatever.
Like, how did he even
Uh,
get that if he's not connected to anybody anymore in the Marvel universe? Was that the one that was at his house?
No, he
The
did.
big
Like
fucking
in
thing.
No Way Home, it was handed on a silver platter of like, this is like okay. Hold on. I'm getting a little here. One second.
It's okay. Let your blood pressure go. It's good. Get mad. I'm trying to remember because I saw the one that they used in this film, and it looks like a small 3D printer. I do remember the one that was in
Yeah, but it's like a
no way working. Because again, this
No
movie
Way
still
Home,
works.
No Way Home. They had like an old school '90s freaking sewing machine, and that's when he puts the Dark Sidious minifigure,
Yeah.
right there next
Yeah.
to it,
Yeah.
right? And goes out the door in his awesome costume. And even this one, like they're like, oh, we can't stop using the technology eyes. So like, let's keep him with EV, the AI. And it's like, if you're going to erase everybody's memory of you, maybe you shouldn't have technology that could connect you back to Stark Industries.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
Because you would assume
that's
he'd activate that shit, and then people would kind of like
yeah.
catch
How'd
on.
you get this technology?
Yeah.
And then he'd be a villain in the eyes of the public. Be like, wait a minute, you erased everybody's mind because it was an inconvenience for you. Your mistakes were an inconvenience for you and your friends. So
Yeah,
you
Dream says it was
played.
like, well, maybe he just re-engineered and printed an arc reactor. Like, well, why not? Like,
Yeah,
again,
like
this is
why
where I'm
not?
always telling you, like, this is
No.
my thing.
But the thing is, they didn't even make it make sense from one movie to the other.
Well, the movie didn't
Where
make
where they
sense in the last movie.
what?
Like I even
No, no,
told
no,
you,
no,
like,
no. That okay? The Doctor Strange stuff was completely retarded. It was ridiculous. It was
yeah,
insane.
nothing makes
But
sense. Nothing
but it's
makes
like
sense.
the end of No Way Home is like fine. It was like a 5 out of 10 movie. No Way Home. Great characterization. They did awesome with the villains. There was a useless 40 minutes in that movie.
T-Rex.
Fine. But then it could have gotten into a really good movie. And this movie, like the more I think about it, the lower I think for me right now, this movie is a 2 out of 10. It was a four or
I'm
five out of
sorry, man. I
ten
keep knocking
before.
it down even farther.
No, I keep knocking it down further because it's like the more I think about it, oh, all this doesn't make sense. Like Zendaya, it was I understood what the director was kind of trying to do with all these different characters. It's like, oh, Hulk was the representation of you can't escape your nature,
Are we
and
at the
then
point where we just have to accept that MJ is MJ? Like, is that
no,
what we have to do? Like, is it there already? Like, can
no,
we
like
just?
I think we already accept that they're never gonna give us the redheaded white MJ, Mary
No, but
Jane
is that
Watson.
what we accept? Because I still don't like every time they introduce her, I don't look at her as MJ. Like I never see that. So
No,
I'm
because she's
expecting the
not
fact.
MJ
Yeah, because I'm expecting the fact that they're gonna bring in an MJ.
or a Gwen Stacy at least. Like
No, we're not
this
gonna get
movie,
Gwen
this
Stacy.
movie was to set up an Oscorp. Like No Way Home was to set up an Oscorp, was to set up a bunch of new things.
But this is what
But
I keep telling you. They can't. They can't do that. And the
they
reason
refuse
why
to.
is
They
because
can.
Peter already knows who that guy is.
No. He can make the assumption, right? But remember, you could change things because he doesn't know who Hobgoblin is, right?
Well, he
And
wasn't one of the five that was there.
yeah, so that exactly. So if the Hobgoblin is introduced, like you could have an interesting story where he's like constantly attacking Norman Osborn, but then he befriended Harry Osborn and then realized that it's his friend.
Yeah,
And then
yeah, but we
there's
don't.
that dichotomy, and it's
No,
like,
but
oh,
what I'm saying.
I can't just think like my
But
universe is gonna be different than all these other universes because
but
they
what I'm
already had their
saying is,
Spider-Man experiences. We
like
don't know.
what I'm saying is like once an Osborn character comes out and becomes the billionaire and becomes a scientist and becomes like Peter already knows because of the interactions of
But that
No Way
doesn't mean that
working.
you can't still write a good story. Like for instance, the Doctor Octopus, right?
Yeah.
He he knows it's Otto Octavius.
Yep.
So if he meets an Otto Octavius there, they've already fixed the chip. So he's gonna make sure they have the right chip. But then they didn't account for the technology that the MCU has over all these other universes. So they could play into the same thing that Spider-Man 2 had with Otto Octavius, but also from the comics where he's kind of more of a mad scientist than this family man type deal where he just wants to make the world a better place. Like he actually wants to be known for his technology,
Hmm.
like it was in the comics, and like he wants the respect from Osborn and everybody, right? So then he starts seeing like these corporations more as villains than like people that like provide jobs and do a betterment for society. Because like that's one of the things that Spider-Man starts realizing is like, oh, all these like head of businesses is like they're evil dudes, and then it's very hard for him to connect to other companies like Tony Stark being a CEO of Stark Industries, the founder and CEO. So then that's why he's really on the side of Captain America in Civil War in the comics, because they're like he can't see Iron Man really as a hero, and they're not only their it's not about their politics not aligning, but their morals don't align, right? So that's why like there was a criticism of Spider-Man being a part of Iron Man's team instead of Captain America in the Civil War movie, but it made sense because they took him as a idiot 14, 15-year-old, right?
Yeah, he just followed to follow.
Yeah, so but you could still make really interesting stories even if Spider-Man does know, because again, like he can't answer those questions for the public. He can't be like, "Oh yeah, like the reason I know is because I almost destroyed our universe by
Uh-huh.
making a selfish spell with this crazy wizard dude who's also an idiot, and he could have just written a recommendation letter to MIT so that we could get in,
Makes a lot of
and
sense, doesn't it?
but instead he catered to my wishes and messed with everybody's not only freedom of will but their minds. Like if they can still somehow, and this is in the realm of if these guys were intelligent, they would be able to utilize the No Way Home story to for the entire universe to go against heroes, especially mutants, because it's like, wait, you have this great power of magic and technology that you guys are doing better than regular people, governments,
Yeah.
and you're taking away our free will. You're taking away our memories because you guys screw up. Yeah, you guys are villains.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a villainous thing to do.
Yeah, well, it's like
You know.
that's the Sokovia codes.
Yeah, yeah,
Square codes.
but like the thing is, we gave that leeway to Spider-Man in No Way Home because it's like this is still a kid. He just got out of high school, and at every point he's been bailed out. So it's like we can. It doesn't give any accolades to Doctor Strange because then they just turn him to an idiot. But we could give like Peter a little leeway, even though he's the boy genius, little leeway to be. Oh, he's going to be the guy. Like he could
Wait,
make
but
these
like
dumb
again,
decisions and ask for these stupid
but
requests.
that's the thing is they're getting into MIT. He's got to be like 17 years old by now. It's not a baby anymore. I don't know why
No,
people
no,
keep
no. I
relying on
get,
him
I
like as
get
a
that.
child. He's not a child. He's a fucking 17-year-old kid. Like he's gonna go to college like within the next
Yeah,
like
yeah.
40 days in that film. Like he's not a baby. I mean, he can make rational decisions as a human being.
I understand that, but like he went from like at the age of 14, 15 to having everything handed to him.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's like you can kind of, if they play into like, oh yeah, he really is Iron Boy, like billionaires are bailing him out. That's not really relatable. I've
yeah,
never
yeah.
made a
I
mistake
understand.
and a billionaire was like, you know what, bro? Like just relax. I got you. Like
But he
he's
wasn't making
he
crazy
he's
decisions that needed huge bailouts. Like I mean, other than like
well, like
what
no
fucking
all
up the
e-
boat or whatever like that.
no every one of his, yeah, the boat, well, like like um Samuel Jackson, Nick Fury, like everybody's bailing him out. Governments are bailing him out. Like,
But Sam
bi-
Jackson was an idiot in that film.
yeah, it's ridiculous. But
All of them were fucking
but
stupid.
again, again, everybody keeps bailing him out, and No Way Home was like, you're getting help, but at the same time, we can't help you with everything. So
Yeah,
now that he's truly alone, because I feel like this movie, they try to answer all the fans' criticism, but in the worst way possible.
well,
You know,
because they tried to just
like
attack it.
Well, like they did the joke of like, oh, why didn't Thanos just build like double the food, double the resources instead of kill half the
Yeah,
universe?
because Hulk smash,
And then
right?
they just like Hulk smash. And like,
Made
if
fun
you're
of
gonna
it.
play that, you should be able to answer intelligently and seriously. Like we pointed out before, like he could like Bruce Banner could have been like, this is something that I've been it's been bugging me ever since that event happened, ever since the past 5, 6, 7 years
Hmm.
that this movie's taking place, because Thanos was intelligent enough to make people turn on each other, get all these stones, go through the universe, and then snap us out of existence. What if there's something that we haven't seen that we don't know? We made a mistake killing him so quickly. Stuff like that. And then you could introduce, you know, I've said Lady Death, but they kind of already introduced her. You could introduce other characters, Mephisto. Maybe he was working with Mephisto. Like all these things that like maybe it helped Mephisto get out of hell and get into the real world. Like, and they were going to do something like create everybody in their own image, whatever it is. Like try to be creators, even though like hell you can't create, you just can possess.
Hmm.
They could have bring Dormammu in. They could have done so many things that that would have made it make sense for the future, like why these movies happen the way they happen,
Hmm.
right? And then, um, you know, like rewriting Peter's history to fitting his stupidity in this movie. The Punisher, you can't connect this Punisher to the previous Punisher we've had, even though he does the stupid yell. Like it's just ridiculous. They keep trying to make us believe that like this is a cohesive story. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be like the Spider-Man that we all know. Like, oh, we're gonna make him depressed. No, like he was sad because he couldn't balance his life out as Peter Parker and Spider-Man, and you didn't give us that. You're just like, oh, we heard you guys want Peter to be depressed, so we'll do that. He's heartbroken. We'll do that,
Yeah.
but with zero substance. You didn't give us anything. Like you just made him a loser for 5 years. All he did was be Spider-Man and save people, but he's not even doing it out of like morality, which we
Yeah, he's
see
just
in
doing
this
it as a
film.
job to keep busy.
Yeah, yeah. Like we
It's like
don't
a
even get.
psychological thing.
Yeah, as soon as like every time there's a position that have to see his moral compass, he always chooses the worst decision possible. Like at the end there, when he decides to save Jean Grey, it's like, yeah, save her from getting killed. That's Spider-Man, but letting her go, that's because she has trauma, and it was okay for her to kill a bunch of people because has
Yeah.
trauma. And then when he, I think people don't realize the gravity of when he's on the phone with the detective. Like, first of all, that detective is nothing, right?
Yeah.
But she is on the phone, and he tells her like say hi to whoever and whoever, like her kids' names, right? And he doesn't go help him at the bank.
Mm.
That's a huge heroic problem because you're not a hero. Like a hero's mindset would be like, because he's saying like I could be over there in 5 minutes. It's like no, 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 you take the day off. I got this. Like you're not a cop. This isn't your job. This is your responsibility. You would be thinking as a hero, you know what? Even though they got it, there's still the possibility of they can get shot, they can get killed because they don't have the powers I have. So I'm gonna go put myself in the front lines to make sure everybody else is okay and
Yeah,
they
no
could go
shit.
home to their families.
You're like,
Because
I have
this
superpowers.
lady
They're just
also's
dudes
got
with guns.
kids and I don't got kids. So the least I could do is make sure she gets home safe.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, "Oh, I'm gonna go shake Ned's hand." Like, man, freaking get the hell out of here, man. That's not. It's the same thing they did to Superman. Of like, oh, the Justice Gang has got the Jizz space monster out in the city,
Hmm.
and like they're just shooting it. But since they got it, I'm not gonna go help because I need to talk about my feelings about this dog that I hate to
Yeah.
my girlfriend, who's like, I need to show that I'm a freaking loser crybaby.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the freak is
You need
going
to
on? You guys,
tell her.
none of these people know what heroes are anymore.
You need to defend your lies about not
Yeah.
having a dog to her. That's more important than the fifth dimensional imp that's about to destroy reality behind you. But thank God the guy with the fucking ring that can shoot shapes that he could think of is there, and the dude with a bunch of drones. You know what I mean? And the chick that screams and hits things with a hammer.
Yeah, like
Thank God.
but Vince Weaver has a good uh yeah, oh, Dream Sigils actually puts out Was He Truly Alone with the Punisher, the Detective, Yanena. dude, DODC, yeah, the and Spidey Tracker. Yeah, he didn't even become alone. So that's a good point, Dream Sigils. He was not alone. But Vince
No, he was
Weaver
never alone.
said, "Last relic. Which live action Punisher actor is your favorite?" Which I think should be asked for both of us. Which one's your favorite?
It would have to be the dude that was in Warzone.
I think that's the most accurate portrayal of
Yeah,
Punisher.
that's my favorite one.
Mine was Frank, or what's his name, the guy that plays this Punisher
Yeah.
in the second season of Daredevil, and I guess the first season of Punisher. And I would even say the second. I really liked his character. I really like. It was different take. He's a Marine. He's not, police
Dolph
detective or
Lundgren.
like a regular person or whatever. Um, my favorite movie. It's not even the good movie. It's the one with John Travolta. I enjoyed the crap out of that movie, man. I think it's just because of the first Punisher I saw.
And you know what? That actor did really well later. He made
Yeah,
another
yeah.
film that was called like Loose Change or something like that, or I forgot what it
Well,
was.
he
But
did. He did his own side Punisher project
yeah,
that
and
you
that
can
was
find on
really
YouTube.
fucking
Yeah,
good.
it was awesome.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
really, really good.
and you know, again, I can't say like this Punisher because this Punisher isn't the same Punisher as I got in Daredevil season 2. I like that one, and same with you, the Warzone one.
I mean, that's good. I
Yeah.
like the Warzone one. That's my favorite. But yeah, yeah, this Spider-Man movie, it took a lot of like what is like privileges, I guess you could say, to kind of change a lot of random shit up. And I know what you're talking
Hmm.
about, how like they made him like this super hyper depressed version of himself that's all loner boner and like but this is the landmark of Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
this
yeah.
is the Spider-Man that we get in all the comic books. He's always in this like dumpster diving, technology driven, smart spider guy. Again, but you gave us like the perfect Spider-Man that had no issues for the last three movies. He had everything. He was a privileged
Yeah, yeah.
Spider-Man,
And
which is why I truly think
you know
this is
what's
the
kind of
ultimate
be
version.
you know what's kind of BS. He was all depressed, over like they used the scene of Aunt May,
Hmm.
and Aunt May is the one that died, and he like visits her grave a lot, right? But he's more depressed about Ned and Zendaya than his aunt who died.
Yeah, why
Like,
doesn't he just use the magic guy to bring his aunt back?
well, that play they can't bring people back.
They did it for Gamora.
No, that's a different character. Gamora's actually dead. They just brought in the
That
Gamora
means
from
you
the
could
other
do the
universe.
same thing with Black Widow.
Yep, you could do
And
the
so
same
they
thing
did
with a
bring
lot
her
of stuff.
back. They
Yeah,
just want you to forget about it.
dude, I got you. I got you. But no,
I was like,
like
they want you to forget about it.
like he could just kidnap her from another universe, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
but then
But
again,
again,
like
again, Hulk did
they
everything
don't
in his
know
power.
these writers, they don't know like what a hero is supposed to do. So like they'll say things like, oh, it will make him a dirtbag to like take Aunt May from this other universe, but they did that with Steve Rogers. But with Spider-Man, like, no, he's a good person because he craps on this girl's boyfriend, even though she admits to be the one that's withholding. She's like, he says I'm withholding, but I am withholding, and then he's like, what a jerk. Instead of being the hero and being like, like Zendaya, you should probably give this guy a chance. Like you shouldn't play with his emotions if you're not going to be 100% in it,
Hmm.
because this guy seems like a good guy. Like, what's holding you back? Like, because he also makes the claim after that, like, I was never going to tell you, but you're like, so you want her to live a crappy life because you're going to crap on her relationships, not tell her that you're Spider-Man and that you guys had this connection,
Yeah.
but at the same time hit on her,
But
but
like
never do
that's what I
anything
keep
about it.
telling you.
Like,
Like
where the
that's
freak is your thinking at,
but
man? Like,
that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like notice that this is the same conversation because again, this is what my brain thinks. Like the way that he is using the inconsistency and the forgettable knowledge of the spell that he used on his friends, and now he's using it because he knows her mentality and her psychology to get her to give him attention and to give her doubts into why she doesn't need her boyfriend and to
hmm.
what she likes and all this stuff. This is the exact same reason why you cannot have a Harry fucking Osborn. Because he's going to use that idea that they don't know that they are a villain later on in the future. And he's going to use that against them before they even start to like acknowledge themselves as villains. This is the exact
Uh,
same thing.
Well, that's why, like, look, that's why
It's just in real time.
I always want to see them kind of do a Spider-Man movie with Sam Raimi, a Spider-Man 4,
Yeah.
but where like Doctor Strange in their universe has to preserve Harry Osborn or Norman Osborn and Doc Ock because like he saved them, but that wasn't supposed to happen. So he rewrote their timeline in a way
Okay.
by taking them out, right? So like they have to go all the way through the third movie and then realize all these guys are still alive.
Yeah.
And then Norman, being the scientist that he is, he would be like, "No, we could now that Peter from this other universe and Peter from my universe have discovered to take away the side effects of insanity from the green the green powder, the green cocaine. We can fine tune the green cocaine, but then he actually makes it worse, and it just completely rewires his brain to be a full blown villain, where it's like there is no more Norman Osborn.
Yeah.
There's just the Green Goblin that
Yeah.
pretends to be Norman Osborn when it
Well,
suits him,
again, that's the ultimate
and there's like
storyline.
nothing to fix. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The like some of it's that element, but then truly making villains a villain, right? Because the Vulture, he is a villain, but he's not evil. You know, well,
Mm.
like I won't say he's a villain because that's not the right word. He's a bad guy. He's not
Yeah.
evil and he's not a villain.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he's
Like,
got morals, which is everything in
well,
the
like no, no,
MCU.
no. He doesn't. His morals are warped by through his the tragedy of his life,
Yeah, yeah.
like
You
getting
know,
getting
Thanos
screwed
isn't
over. Like
bad
he
either if you think about it in that nature too.
shut up. No, no, no.
Yeah,
Thanos is
Morbius isn't
evil.
bad. I mean, Mephisto. I mean, he
Oh
was an
yeah, a
Ironheart.
demon.
Yeah,
Like
but that's the same concept. Like they're evil. They're breaking the rules to
well,
get
the
what they
writers don't
need.
have a sense of morality and moral compass.
Yeah, because that's why all the villains are just misunderstood villains.
Understood. Understood.
Yeah, misunderstood villains. Yeah, that's Jean Grey, dude. Like Jean Grey, misunderstood villain. She killed a dude, but he was at the ending of the movie, so it's okay.
No, no, no.
Did
She
he
killed
really die?
multiple. Like the
Yeah,
body count is so freaking
yeah.
high, and she
And then
was
she
willing
took
to
over
kill
people's
everybody.
bodies just to take over people's bodies.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I was talking to my best friend about this, and she was like, they weren't evil. Like they weren't evil when they started off. I was like, Christella, they were sitting in a park, like just hijacking people's brains.
Yeah, so kind of like the what's their the name
Retards.
the no, no, no.
Oh,
Yes. No,
slow.
but the government agency, Tony Stark's
Oh,
agency or whatever. Damage control. Damage
damage
control.
control.
So damage control is somewhat justified in capturing these chicks, but
Yeah, hundred
also they're
percent. I would have
retarded
kept him. I would have
because
shot him.
they
That
only
was
shot
perfect.
one and they didn't shoot the second one, which is insane. So it's like, "Oh, you're experimenting. This is evil." Oh, yeah, but we need to discover, like, I don't agree with our methods right here, but it's the only method we got because this person has been infiltrating people's bodies and
Yeah,
taking control of them. This is quite like this
it's
power would
horrible.
be considered evil. This is called
Yeah,
possession,
yeah.
you
They're
know.
like, this is so bad. How do we do it?
Yeah. Like, and they could even play it off like the whole one ring concept, right?
Yeah,
Like, hey, in my hands this could be used for good because I'm the only one. I'm the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
arbiter of truth. I'm the arbiter of good, right? And so that black dude from the damage control could be like, yeah, but in my hands, if I control these people, just like Stryker, so then he could have been the new Stryker. Like in my hands, I can make the world a better place because this chick is just having fun infiltrating people's brains and messing with them.
Yeah, but then
So
you're just
if it's a if
recycling.
I yeah,
You're just
it's
recycling
a,
old
it's a
material.
recycle, but then given everything, like taking the things that we know of the MCU, the 5 year blip, like things that like the regular, you would understand that humans' morality is skewed in a way to mistrust the Avengers, these heroes, because they didn't know anything was happening, and then they saw their babies, they saw their friends, their
Everybody,
family
yeah, they
members
saw everyone get
get
fucking
get
wiped out.
turned
Yeah,
into dust.
yeah. I remember that.
And then even if you come back, you're like, wait a minute, 5 years has passed. I was just playing throwing a frisbee in the park, and now it's 5 years later. What is this?
No, but the reason why I'm
And
saying
so
it's
yeah, and so
it's a
then you have these
reused
powers that are
asset. It's a reused
yeah.
storyline from the Triskelion from Civil War.
Well, all of it's gonna be a reused storyline, but the
Yeah,
point is that they make it good writing. I'm okay with I don't care if they copy and paste as long as they copy and paste something that's really well written.
Well, the
I don't
Triskelion
I don't want
episode
them to
was.
like if they're gonna do the ultimate storyline, do the beginning ultimates. Don't do the end of the
You
ultimate
look at
storyline.
Avengers
You know?
1, they take the Tesseract and they start to make
Yeah, yeah.
guns out of it because Thor is a suit. It's just the same shit that goes on in the Marvel
Yeah, yeah.
universe where it's like if you have powers and I don't have powers, it's not fair, so you can't use it. But if I had that power, I should be able to use it because I don't have that power. That's such a dumb fucking way of writing, dude. Like I hate that shit. Like I
No,
hate it. I think it's ridiculous when
I
people do that.
look. I can understand the concept, but everything could be well written. Anything can be expanded upon if somebody cares. Like for instance, okay, a good writer will do this. Like we know how Marvel used to work. DC, they would hire a writer and be like, no, you're in charge of these comic runs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a good writer, and we've heard this from multiple interviews, they'll be like, okay, look, I don't even like this character that I have this, I'm in charge of this comic run, but I
Mm-hmm.
need to understand. Like bad writers are what you see today. Like I want to make this character my vision because I don't like it, so they're not a real fan. So I need to turn it into something that I like.
That I like. Yeah.
But a good writer will be like, I need to understand why the fans like this writer and expect like this
This
comic
character.
and expound on this character and expand on this storyline
Mm-hmm.
because it's not up to me to make this something for me. It's up to me to make sure that the
The
people who are
fans are
currently
fulfilled.
fans are still happy
Yep.
with the things I write, you know. And so they would take these convoluted, backstories and crappy storylines, and they would really expand on it. That it became somewhat of a minor detail in the beginning, but it affected
For me, the long term of the
yeah,
character.
the long term effects and crisis that they had to deal with.
Yep.
So it's like, oh yeah, we didn't change their origin story. We just made sure that their origin story with this crappy element made sense of why they kept acting a certain way
Mm-hmm.
towards the future, right?
True.
So I don't like I don't see things as like, yeah, I hated this, but it's more of like I hated how they did it.
How the
Any
approach
a-
was or
any
how they
any
executed.
any idea could be very good if the story comes first and they put a lot of care into it. They go through the details like what does this imply? What does this mean? What
What does
like
it do?
like for
Yeah.
instance, Jean Grey having a timed bomb under a tank is like the implication there is that
She's trying
first of
to.
all she's lucky that the tank got all the way there and blew up there, but the implication means that she was willing to blow up civilians and kill anybody while this tank was going there because she didn't know if this tank was gonna get there.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
Yeah.
she
I mean, not only
she
that, it was
yeah, yeah.
shooting off the top of the tank itself. Those are live rounds that she's shooting out of in the middle of a
Hmm.
downtown area.
Yeah, yeah.
Where did those bullets go?
Like, dude, where do the bullets go? Where the people go? Like, how are the streets clear in like the middle of the day in New York? Like, it's different if like the Punisher was like had some sort of other vehicle that was just moving the cars and damaging, and he
Yeah.
was okay. Like, and again, like the Punisher had zero motivation, and like Austria Adams said, like all the scenes felt empty, no
Yeah.
substance. Like,
Yeah.
give me some characterization of Frank Castle. Like, I was in downtown because I've been following this story. I've been following this, and this, and that's when I came across
Yeah,
this.
like
Like,
it
Peter,
didn't
you
even give
don't
us a
know. Like,
reason.
there's other humans out here with powers, and they're not using it for good. Like, they could have been like something where it makes sense for Frank Castle to be there, but he's just kind of like the side character that Peter has on call when he needs him to help out.
Yeah, it goes on the idea of like, look, with the very minimal idea of what we know,
Hmm.
what the normal watcher of Marvel knows, what is the thing that keeps Frank Castle going after people? Frank Castle's not your everyday superhero.
Oh no,
If
he's
there's
not
a
a
person,
superhero.
yeah,
He's
he's not
he's
robbing.
he's
He's
a
not robbing a
hero.
bank. Yeah,
He's a hero of the innocent. That's what he
yeah.
is. That he protects the innocent.
But that's rare as fuck too.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if it's a fucking grown man who's fighting a bunch of people, like sometimes he gives two shits. But if it's like a little kid who like triggers a message in his head that it reminds him of his daughter or his wife, then he steps in. That's the
Yeah.
only thing we've gotten out of Marvel. Like, name me an instant that if it didn't have to deal with his daughter or his wife, like being a memory, that he saved a person's life. Like, you can't
In
give me that with the blonde haired chick because he just wanted a bone.
no the Daredevil. Nah, he didn't want to bone that chick.
They fucking kiss like a million times. They're always like,
No,
it's
they
like the
no they don't.
sexual tension of that
No,
character.
no, they don't.
Sure.
He sees her as like a lost child. He kisses the chick at the bar and does her, but like other than that, like that chick he's just protecting for some reason.
I don't know. He always
It's
has
stupid
like
in season
this.
two. Like
It's
like
almost
in
like a
the
Wolverine Jean Grey moment where like there's this like sexual tension between the two characters.
no the Punisher in season two of Daredevil, like they do the character right. He's saving people. He's like killing people. He's like this guy raped an old lady. This guy stabbed like this dude who was just walking. Like I'm going to protect everybody. Like when the guy at the shop was like, "Hey, you into kids? I got those kind of videos too." He locks the door and kills the dude.
That kills the
Right?
dude.
You know, he they portray his character as the true Punisher of like, you do
A
evil
vigilante.
unto the good. Like I'm gonna go after you. I don't care. Like I don't care who you are. I don't care what abilities you have. Like you guys are evil, but I also my main point is to get to like he'll take his side quests. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? He'll do his side quests. Like my mission is to figure out, kill everybody who affected my family, who did this to my family, do this to me, take revenge. But I'm actually gonna go after everybody else, and that's how the Punisher is born. Is like when he feels like his mission has been complete, then now he's become the true Punisher, where he dons the suit, he goes on, helps Daredevil, you know, by shooting the hand from the rooftop, and goes on the rest of his mission. But on his way, he's helping people out.
Because
You
like
know, so
I don't know if you got to see the special. Did you see the Punisher
I
special?
do. I barely remember. I watched it, and my whole focus on was the effects of how bad it was.
Because the idea was the Punisher kind of got to this point where he's kind of stopped the bullshit that happened
Yeah,
with his thing.
yeah. Well, like they keep playing the PTSD thing when the whole point of season two was like the whole introduction of Daredevil, of Punisher and Daredevil was like, I don't have PTSD. I'm gonna kill these people. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
And then they're
Now they've
like,
given him this concept where he's struggling in his mind, but like what I'm talking about
yeah,
is
they did that in season one of Punisher, but it
in the
was more like,
most
yeah,
in the most instant or the most recent iteration of what the Punisher is supposed to be in the MCU, they gave him this like 45-minute special. And
hmm
again, it turned out to be this thing where Frank Castle had already accomplished his mission or whatever.
yeah,
He stopped all the villains in his shows. So like the idea like you're saying that in season 2 he turns into the Punisher because he finally fulfills his thing and now becomes a vigilante. Like that's kind of out
Hey,
the window. So like
yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
good
They,
for a
they, they
moment, I
destroyed him.
guess.
They destroyed him. Well,
Yeah.
like
Well,
every
no, that
time
was
they've
only for.
reintroduced the
Wait,
Punisher to
hold on,
get,
because
yeah,
they
yeah.
end
Go
up
ahead.
just
Sorry,
making
my
it
bad.
to where for that moment, yes, he ends up being the Punisher in the comic because he becomes a vigilante and just goes around stopping villains that are like mobsters and crime bosses.
Yeah, yeah.
But then this new show that comes out proves that that had nothing to do about the comics, but more about like, well, we have this cool character. Let's just fucking do some cool stuff with it. But when the story gets taken out, like more to expand on, he's already done. He doesn't want to be a vigilante. There's a bunch of scenes at the beginning of the film where like just people are getting fucked up and he just doesn't give any shits. He's just walking
No,
by
yeah,
doing his
yeah.
own thing.
Like
And then
it's
later
in, yeah.
on,
He
the
shoots a
the
grenade launcher at Peter when that could kill him.
well, yeah, no, I'm not even not even talking about Spider-Man. I'm talking about the episode just to
Oh
get an
yeah, yeah.
idea of where we're supposed to be looking at Frank Castle going forward in the MCU, like where they're going to do what they're going to do with this bullshit, right? The idea was at the end
hmm
of the episode, Frank Castle is threatened by the mother of the 3 guys he killed in the TV show. So it's connected. So even though you're saying
hmm
like he became the Punisher in the show, he wasn't the Punisher in this anymore. So I guess
Yeah.
for that moment, I guess he just felt like, I guess I want to be kind of
Yeah.
kind and then fucked off. And
Well,
then it
like
was
that.
just like a solo dude not
Yeah,
giving a
yeah.
fuck about anybody. Then the lady in the wheelchair comes out and says, I'm your new bad guy. Like I'm gonna come after you with everything I got. and then all of a sudden like tells him, you have like 6 hours. There's a bunch of gangs coming to this hotel, then they're all coming to kill you because you have a bounty on your head. And then all of a sudden he starts and shooting people randomly, right? So there's a
No,
whole
like
montage of
so
him doing
it's
that.
been I think a total. I might be wrong. It's anywhere between 3 and 5 times that they've had him become the Punisher, and being the Punisher, become the Punisher again, finding and losing purpose. Like it's insane. But like the lack of attention to detail is astronomical. We were talking about like he was using 50 cal bullets.
Yeah, that
Like
made me laugh. I
he would
still
have
think that's
turned
funny.
them into dust.
Yeah,
And he was aiming for the chest. We see him use a sniper before, and he would be aiming for the head. No self-respecting sniper aims for the chest.
yeah,
When like the whole thing is like she's also using her brain to affect other people's brain. I want to get rid of that brain. Like this guy, like he's killed people from much greater distances, and is still like an expert marksman. He's done it in the civilian world. He's done it in his military life, and you're telling me he's gonna use a 50 cal bullet to not ensure that he's gonna make it, like even like a 50 cal bullet flying past you could also kill you. If it even just grazes you, you're dead too. Like the wind, the G-force, all that. Like they didn't pay any attention to detail. Who
no,
these characters are, what they've already been through, what would make sense for them to go through in the future versus what they've been through has affected them so far. Like you get Spider-Man going like, "Yeah, I'm Spider-Man, woohoo!"
yeah,
at the end of No Way Home, and then that's it. And then they forget to make New York a character, which is one of the most egregious things in any Spider-Man movie. Dude, I felt like he was more in New York in the Amazing Spider-Man films, and those are terrible films.
oh yeah, yeah, no shit.
Like New York was at least a character there. This was just like you have a neighborhood in Manhattan, and that's kind of it.
True, fucking
Like
true.
like this
I'm
chick
trying
was
to.
was pissed that in a kilometer distance she's okay, like killing everybody, stopping their brains, giving them hemorrhages and strokes and whatever else, and just killing them
Yeah,
because she's mad because humans are evil. I'm like, Magneto would be super proud of you right now, and they're not even using
like
the excuse
you.
that the Phoenix Force is in her. Oh, by the way, Dream Sigils, you're awesome. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
Always
That's
appreciated. Always
honestly, thank you.
appreciated.
You're the best. Thank you. But yeah, man, and I love Spider-Man. And again, it's the Force Awakens effect. I've talked about this before. The reason it's making so much money is because first of all, they're selling to families. This is different. It's different than like Spider-Man will always be different than any Marvel movie. You can make a crappy Spider-Man film. You're not selling one ticket. You're selling 5 tickets to one person. Okay, and then the other part is like the happy colors. Just like, oh, he did a bunch of cool action scenes. Great. But zero substance. And then we got the era of like bad movies. You want to know why movies are so bad other than the politics and stuff like that? It is because of the streaming service. Because before, like, directors and writers would take a chance on a one-off movie, a one-off storyline that they want to tell. Because if it didn't perform at the box office, it could still be profitable by
In
physical
home.
media. Yeah,
Yeah.
through physical media.
Yeah.
It could still be a profitable film. There's many films that did really well like through the physical media. A lot of films that became like cult classics. You know what I mean?
True.
I think Shawshank Redemption is one of them. And I could be wrong, but it's something. It was a movie that I was thinking of that's along that era. But yeah, like it was just, man, like because of that, like now everybody's scared. They don't know where they're gonna make their money. So if it's not a hit at the box office, there goes their career. So
Yeah.
they rather just pick a formula franchise and just regurgitate the same thing over and over again.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. So guys, this is a video. This is my visual proof on how Marvel Studios thinks you and us are completely fucking retarded, and they think we're stupid, and we think that Spider-Man, for what it's worth, is gonna tank a 50 caliber shot and protect Jean Grey with it. Okay. So in this
Yep.
video, for scientific purposes, we're gonna use this guy's video. There's Godzilla. So he's using a 50 caliber rifle And you guessed it,
No
folks.
way, that totally stopped it, dude.
It's going to be against 6 plates of armor into the body. So, mind you, these are 6 bulletproof for ceramic plates of armor. Not 1, not 2, not 4, but 6. And of course, a ballistic gel because they couldn't find anybody willing to take the shot. Yeah, smart.
Yeah, which would be insane.
Yeah,
Like
too.
you're like, I'm ready to end it.
So mind you, I mean, just on the fucking science of it, like, yeah, how strong do we think Spider-Man is to take a 50 caliber rifle?
Well, he
You think
was
he's got
taking
bulletproof?
full-blown punches to the face
Yeah.
from Hulk.
You think he's
is
got
insane.
like, you think he's got bulletproof skin? How many plates worthy do you think his skin would be bulletproof?
Dude, he had bruises and he was bloody from like running into a wall.
Yeah. So let's see. Man, that looks like those plates held up.
Dude, has Call of Duty ever lied?
Look at how excited these guys are. I love watching their videos.
I said third plate.
Has Call of Duty ever lied?
That's from before.
That's the old one.
This is the bicycle tire.
Oh my goodness, guys! What did you look at that? The ballistics gel dummy has a cavity in his chest. I wonder what from. Do you think that might have been from the bullet going through the 6 fucking plates of armor? My goodness, folks.
Wait, is there one where they just use one plate and
Third
see
plate. That's what Mike had
see
said.
the
Yeah,
damage?
it's like it's the same one. The one plate's like over here.
Yeah, okay.
No, but do they have another gel to see how like the body would react to like?
Three.
Like just the shot itself.
No, I called 3. I said 3.
Nah, I think it's just the armor.
I said
I wonder what they're saying.
Oh my goodness.
I can't even hear it, so I don't even know what they're saying.
It's just like it went through 3, but like the other ones blew off and it went into the body. I believe.
So they smashed his body.
That's around. No, it's just
Oh, it did stop it.
What's the difference?
Yeah,
It
it's
looks
still.
like one of them stopped
one's a
it.
bullet, one's not. What am
I wonder
doing?
if the one is the one that took the bullet shot. What the fuck is this? Yeah, shoot him with the ship.
No, it's an ad.
Oh, my bad. I was like, shoot him with the ship. All right, but yeah.
Hey, maybe
that's,
this Spider-Man could take it, man. Like, drop a nuke on him and he'll be fine.
bro, and that's because I was trying to find like it hitting a dummy, like just itself, like in the chest. But everybody's doing them up close. I need to see it from like a difference, and then someone's got like an explosive round, and people are fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, man.
I think there's one here that's for 50 cal. Let me see. Oh my god, that's crazy. Let's see. Like it blew my mind when I saw this in the movie when I saw him pull out the fucking rifle. Because I was like, is he gonna shoot this like
Dude, no,
maybe 120
it was the
woman?
part of the movie I got excited for. I was like, dude, he's going big boy. When I saw that gun, I was like, oh, like
See what
it's
it
over.
does.
The movie's over.
Like in my mind, was it like, yo, are you really gonna shoot like a?
Like, look,
You're gonna shoot a 80-pound asthmatic ginger with this bullet, dude? Look, there's Spider-Man blocking the round.
yeah. So you're telling me, like, I'll suspend my disbelief on Spider-Man, but you're telling me Jean Grey didn't get penetrated?
Yo, that's it. Going through the target and hitting the person behind. This is the exact moment.
Dude, yeah. That's what happened to Jean Grey, dude. Just
That's Jean Grey, guys.
dust.
Guys,
Dust.
Jean Grey, folks. Introduction into the MCU universe. This is how it goes through. This is
Man.
fucking insane.
I wonder if
for-
like these YouTube channels are like doing much better after this movie came out, because it's like there's
'cause
no way
people,
they can
then
stop
you
a
have to
50
ask
cal.
questions. You have to. And again, like we were just talking about this earlier. The old lady janitor that was in the tank firing 30 caliber rifle rounds off of the gun that was on the top of it. That's even worse, bro. Like they're just silly goose. And it's crazy because you go back to the other Spider-Man films and you remember people shooting like of course they go to the video game version, which they'll shoot rockets right at Spider-Man. And what they'll do is Spider-Man grabs it with his web and swings it around or hits it with like a manhole cover, like very video gamey bullshit.
Yeah.
Like this one was like Nah, we're gonna make it realistic. Like we're just gonna have him shoot her with a fucking like, dude. Fucking Punisher's an asshole, bro. Like
Dude,
that's like a fucking 80-pound woman, dude.
yeah,
Like he
man.
could have shot her with any kind of gun. A 22 would have done him some damage, much less a 50 caliber rifle. I love it. Good job, Frank Castle.
Like, it's just, oh my gosh, Frank Castle. Like, this movie sucks so hard. And again, I haven't even started. We're pointing out.
Yeah, we're
like,
we're still nitpicking and stuff.
no, I don't think this is nitpicking. I think they're just pointing out like simple stuff. Like,
You
dude,
know,
I could go from beginning to end. Like, it already starts off just ruining everything.
You know
Everything.
what really kind of like what got me is the same format in this film was used for No Way Working, right? Like this movie's gonna make $1 billion.
Oh no,
And
it's
that's
already
only
past a
because-
billion. It's gonna make 2 billion. It's
Yeah,
already
the
past
only
a billion.
reason why that's gonna happen is because movies suck, and when you ask a kid if they like this movie, they're like, "Oh,
Yeah,
I love this movie." Yeah,
I got
yeah.
to see Spider-Man do Spider-Man things.
Yeah, and I mean, if you take into consideration my biggest excuse for shit movies is, oh, it's because I'm not the target audience. Like I'm definitely not the target audience because I'm a free thinking person and I'm an intelligent person. So like, yes, this movie one is a Spider-Man movie. I get it. But the problem with the MCU is everything needs to be consistently coherent so that it can build, because this is what makes it a continuated story. This right here is the problems that the Russos are dealing with. The Russos came back, and mind you, we all spent money on giving Disney over $1 billion on all the 10 years that they fucked up the Marvel universe with. We've given them money for them to give us trash, and then for them to set up films for the Russo brothers to say, no, fuck all those movies, go all the way back to ours. That's where we're going to leave off from. Don't pay any attention. Even though all of these characters that are randomly being used are associated with all of these new films and established and introduced, don't watch them. Watch ours, because all of them suck. Like that's where these films are at right now. Marvel is in a position where they just introduced the X-Men or mutants. Mind you, it's not the first time they're introducing mutants. You've already fucking missed that boat with Kamala Khan's bullshit. So you already missed that boat. So if you're telling me like, oh no, it's cool, they're introducing the X-Men. Nope. You're not a real Marvel fan because you don't watch all the other bullshit that they put out. Like they already established this by saying Kamala Cock or whatever her name is now a fucking mutant. They even played the X-Men sound. Mind you, she wasn't a mutant to begin with.
Yeah.
They only did that because of the MCU. Because they want to have her as a mutant and they don't want to use the Inhumans now. So,
Well,
yeah.
like remember their introduction. They probably won't say that this is the introduction. They'll say that Multiverse of Madness was the introduction because like Professor X and in the
Multiverse, not part of our
multiverse,
universe.
the Illuminati. You know.
Yeah, not part of the
And-
universe. They're gonna use the same. They're gonna use the same thing that you told me when they were like, "Nah, the Hobgoblin will work." It's not gonna work. It just won't. Like, again, the reason why this Peter Parker is such a piece of shit character is because he is perfect and got everything handed it to him. There was no
Everything
suffering.
handed, and he barely
And he still
struggles
fucked it
ever.
up. He still
Yeah.
fucked it up with everything in his hand. There was a whole movie that fucking Iron Man gave him the entire collection of Iron Man bullshit with a pair of sunglasses, mind you, that Ned was wearing during this whole fucking movie. He's wearing the Iron Man
I
glasses.
don't think he's wearing the Iron Man
I
glasses.
can
no.
guarantee it, dude. I'm gonna fucking
No,
look that
no,
up
because
right
like
now.
at the end of the movie,
Iron Man
no, he's not. He's
glasses,
not.
Spider-Man.
You overreached on that one, bro. You
Let's
overreached
see.
on that one.
Okay, so yeah, these are like more aviators, right? Brand new day.
Excuse me.
Iron Man glasses are Edith, Dita. Yeah, they're not. That would have been fucking ridiculous if they were, dude.
Yeah, like, and again, they keep trying to make like I like Ned's characters and they I could give a damn about, but
It
they
ain't gonna
keep
work.
trying to make them relevant. Oh, Ned's the one that's obsessed and he wants to say thank you, and he created the Spidey tracker. Okay, cool. That's a very nerdy thing to do. Fine, I'll give it that. But then you're gonna tell me, oh, Zendaya wanted to go into bioengineering for the first 5 years so that she could outthink Peter Parker on his own suit, when like his whole suit was like he understood the technology that much that he'll modify it, but he couldn't think of like why the freaking his freaking universal technology of destroying people's powers wasn't connecting because of his little eyes for
Iron
his
Man.
EV. Like, and she's like, "Oh, you didn't account for this," and it's like that was way too simple for you not to account for.
Oh, the
Now,
Mary
and I get it.
Jane
There's an
engineering part.
overlook.
Are we
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
that? Oh
yeah. That
fuck,
was
I
just
hated
like
it.
that was just stupid.
Was she supposed to be a fucking actor? Like, why is she now an engineer?
No, I don't think she ever was supposed to be an actor.
Well,
Like,
when Mary Jane leaves to New York, she wants to be a fucking actress.
yeah, but that's comics. That's
Well,
not
not
freaking.
now. I mean, now she's a
That's not.
fucking
I don't think that was ever
bioengineer
a thing. What
working
was
at a
she?
coffee shop, never going
Man,
to school or whatever.
I need to rewatch these garbage movies.
No, she wanted to be an actress. That was the whole thing about Mary Jane in the comic books.
I know that, but I'm talking about MCU.
No,
Michelle
no, no, no. She's
Jones.
not even like that because she's not even Mary Jane.
Yeah.
She's just
Well, yeah,
MJ.
I know.
She's Michelle Watterson or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
the fuck her name is.
Michelle Jones.
Yeah, she's some other person that doesn't have the same. So then why do we like I get it. Like I guess they're trying to find ways to make this character coherently both MJ
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Gwen together. Where like she
No, like
has Gwen's attitude and
again, they could have played in the whole thing of like the only way that Ned, like, okay, so Chrissy said, like, I saw a video that Ned is supposed to be a bad guy. In one of the comic runs, Ned Lead becomes the Hobgoblin, right? And they kind of hinted that in No Way Home, where like both Spider-Man were like, yeah, my best friend, and turned into a bad guy. It was heartbreaking, whatever. And then Ned goes to Peter, Tom Holland's Peter Parker's like, I promise you, I'll never become a supervillain and try to kill you. And he's like, thanks, Ned. And so that was like the hint, right? Also, the hint with Jamie Foxx and Miles Morales. So it's safe to say that, like, you know, in the future, Ned's gonna be Hobgoblin,
yeah.
and that should have been the thing that like brought them back together. Like he had to kind of, you know, maybe do something with a different spell, reverse the spell, whatever it is. Like it would be the only way to save him. It would be really interesting. Now, again, I pointed out the actor for Ned needs to lose weight because the Hobgoblin isn't fat. If he doesn't lose weight, he's the pumpkin.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But that
like,
pumpkin was a different guy too.
no.
He was
Like
in shape
that's
also.
what I call him, like the pumpkin.
Yeah. The bumpkin.
The shape of the pumpkin. Yeah. Um. The MJ is scared of heights. Why would she? Why would she major in aviation?
Aviation. Yeah.
Word.
I don't know. It's just I don't know. Like it's awkward, man. This movie, like I get it. Again, the reason why this movie again is so successful is like you said in the very, very beginning of the podcast, you were like, it's a family movie. This is a movie based on
It's
people
not
to
that
take their
it
kids.
is a family movie, but it was like Spider-Man has always been a family character, family friendly. Like so you could take your kids to like, dude, like the action and themes in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films are kind of freaking scary, dude. Like there's horror element vibes, you know, like it's terrifying, you know, the whole scene, like the Saw scene with the tentacles of Doctor Octopus in Spider-Man 2, and they're gonna saw off the arms, and he just starts murdering all the freaking doctors. Like that's why they're PG-13, you know. But you can still take your kid to it, and it's gonna be scary, but relatively
Be all right.
like superhero. It's a superhero film, and so you know, like obviously, like the bath scene that's not for kids. Like obviously, like some of the jokes not for kids, but overall, families are going to be more trusting. Like this is a Spider-Man film. I could take my kids to the movies because there's also the banking of like this is the end of the summer and parents are already tired and they have run out of ideas on what to do with their kids. That like let's go out and do something fun together where we none of us have to think. We could all just enjoy ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that's gonna happen. And it's not that that's gonna be the only reason, but like every family is gonna be like, I want to watch Spider-Man with my kids in a movie experience, regardless if it's good or not. They're gonna go watch it, and then they're gonna believe it's good because the kids are happy. Like that feeling of smiles and everybody talking, it's a happy feeling, even if you're talking about how garbage the movie is. So you're gonna have this nostalgic feel of remembrance of how great the experience was, even though you watched a bad film.
I really
So then
think.
then you're like gonna start
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
that
Go,
film was
Joe.
good. Yeah, yeah. No, that's not all I really had to say. You're gonna start thinking that film was good
I really
because
think that
you
a
had
lot of these
experience.
people, they have good intentions on what they write and then fuck up right before they get to the end. This is what I think
Hmm.
that happens. I really think that this character of Sadie Sinks was supposed to be Typhoid Mary.
Yeah.
I really do because again, Typhoid Mary was this character that was a Spider-Man villain and a Daredevil villain. She has association disorder and believes herself to be three different people, which is one of them's herself. One of them is Bloody Mary is the most famous one, which is because that's like the
Hmm.
Harley Quinn version of herself.
Yeah.
But after that, you look at her powers, and her powers are she has the ability of telekinesis and she has
Hmm.
pyrokinesis.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like she would do this thing in the comic books where she would possess people or use them, and then at the end to destroy the evidence, she would just light them on fire.
Hmm.
Like, does this not like sound like a character that this was dealing with? Like, if the Jean Grey character taking over people's bodies, going after damage control, like because they have someone of interest of this person, they can take over and possess the body, and they're willing to kill them once they're done with the product.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
even the scene at the very beginning that Spider-Man is chasing the characters all the way to the helicopter where the Scorpion is, and he gets to the top and he sees the cop that's possessed, and then he's like, "Save me, Spider-Man!" and jumps off the building.
Hmm.
Like that's establishing the idea that Jean Grey, not knowing, because again, this would have to be that she already knew who Spider-Man was.
Well, she
Right.
plays an idiot. She's probably one of the dumbest characters ever in the MCU because it's like, okay, my sister's been kidnapped. This is the hero of New York, and I'm not gonna enlist the hero to help me out. Like, like, it's, and it's very. A lot of people don't understand how to compare.
Mhm.
Like, on like for instance, like the success of this movie. Like I just barely saw Amityville's comment. Superman was a family character, but the last 10 years, what was the last Superman film before the James Gunn film? It was a rated R film. What was the first like James Gunn DC property? Rated R. What has James Gunn constantly talked about? Like he doesn't know like any of this stuff. The Suicide Squad, like so people didn't trust the DCEU anymore. They already didn't. There was already the whole Henry Cavill stuff, and people follow Henry Cavill more. Tom Holland Spider-Man has had 10 years. That even though we as fans didn't like it, we still saw Spider-Man on screen doing Spider-Man things. We saw some fun, and the previous film had the eras of Spider-Man, all the Spider-Mans ever on film, on one film. You know, even like what a lot of people didn't see, like the old school series Spider-Man. He was an old man in the cafe at the end there. Only like the OG like fans of that of seeing the live action TV show Spider-Man. It was that actor that was the old guy in the cafe there. It was a nice little nod, you know. And so you're going from that success of like we're gonna get the most comic accurate Spider-Man, the thing that they've messed up by creating their own story of Spider-Man, but it's still well written films. At least the first two. You know,
Well, I
as
mean,
much
not
as I
only
hate, well,
that.
actually, the second one I wouldn't say is that well written, but Spider-Man overall as a character, we've enjoyed seeing him on screen, right? It's
Mhm.
still like okay, like I don't. Tom Holland's a good actor. We haven't seen him really portray Spider-Man, and this was gonna be the first film that we knew that he was gonna portray the real Spider-Man. And
So let's
from
look
the
at the
success
track
of No Way
record.
Home, yeah.
Let's look at the track record ever since. Well, I just typed it in right now. Let's look at Spider-Man 1. Made 825 million. Spider-Man 2, 789 million. Spider-Man 3, 895 million. Then it goes Amazing Spider-Man, 758 million. Amazing Spider-Man 2, 709. Then it goes, it didn't have a part
Homecoming.
3. We go Homecoming, 880 million. Spider-Man Far From Home, 1.13 billion.
No,
This is where we break
1.1,
billions, right?
1.1. Yeah.
Yeah. what is it? We have 1.1, 1.3, 1.13, and 1.1. Yeah. Spider-Man: No Way Home 1.9, and Brand New Day 1.6 right now.
Which
in
will be
theaters.
2 billion.
So all of these movies, and then minus Spider-Man Across the Universe, being it looks like the lowest out of all of them,
Yeah,
690.5 million,
we have
and then
constant
Into the
things.
Spider-Verse.
Yeah, we have
Well, hold on,
constant
Into the
things.
Spider-Verse,
Yeah, go ahead.
834.3 billion, right? So all of those were all raising the bar. Every film that came out, minus the animations, right?
Well, like we also got to remember we have constant content of Spider-Man. We got video games,
Yeah.
we got cartoons, we got animated movies, and now we got actual films. Like so,
So
all this plays a part in like
so
us connecting to this character.
so Superman, yes, is a family movie, but Zack Snyder is not a family movie director.
Neither is James Gunn.
Yeah,
Because that's not a
Zack
family
Snyder,
film. You watch- yeah.
2009, probably his greatest film he's ever made, other than 300, was The Watchmen, and worldwide it only made 185 million dollars. So worldwide, this is like one of the most prolific superhero movies in the decade, The Watchmen.
Yeah.
And mind you, the writer of The Watchmen hated it. Right now, let's go to 300 because that's going to be another huge movie for him.
I
Right.
want to point out something that Amivel kind of brought up, and I know you didn't say it exactly, but I've heard the term superhero fatigue.
I don't
Brother,
think that's
there's no such thing as superhero fatigue. There's bad
little
writing
bit.
fatigue.
Yeah,
Like
it's made
when
up.
he said, like Amivel, thanks for saying the question. Yeah, wouldn't you think people would get tired of Spider-Man? No, you wouldn't get tired of Spider-Man. You won't.
Nah, he just
you never get tired of
1.6 billion dollars.
well, like you never get tired of seeing somebody do what we're supposed to see is a hero do the right thing. You're never gonna get tired of that. Now, if
The
it's
only
just
time people- the only
regurgitating the
time
same
people
thing,
didn't-
you get annoyed, but you're still gonna give it a chance.
No, think of it this way.
Yeah.
This is the first line of science and projects and testing. The first time that it did die out was when they brought in a brand new Spider-Man, Miles.
Yep.
That's when it lost money. So mind you, going back to what we're talking about, Zack Snyder, greatest film 300, another one banger, dude. Everybody loves 300. Even people that aren't comic book people who don't even think it's from a comic book, don't even know it's from a comic book. This movie made only $456 million. And then let's go to, what was the other one that he did? Zack Snyder.
Sucker Punch.
Which one? Sucker Punch. That's gonna be
Yeah,
stupid.
that sucked.
Yeah, that was gonna be Sucker
Um,
Punch. That's gonna be bad.
Well, what else?
There's
did
another
we-
one. Sucker Punch. Yeah, this is gonna be trash. 89.8 million.
Sin City. He did Sin City.
Sin City, another great.
I
fucking at
believe
the
it was
time.
him. I believe it
Yeah.
was him.
65 million. Like again, like you're looking at all of these things. Now let's go, Man of Steel, right?
Yeah, and remember, Christopher Nolan had executive. He was executive producer.
Man of
So
Steel
we-
only made $670 million dollars. Like,
Yeah.
so you were going into this idea of Superman being made by the guy who made, oh, you know what? Yeah. V for Vendetta. Everyone loves V for Vendetta.
I love V for Vendetta. Was that Zack Snyder?
Yep.
There's no way, man. What you think? Like, man, how did like? Sometimes I think about these directors. Like, how did they lose their talent? Like James Gunn had talent. You know, like look at Taika Waititi.
1.34
He's made some crap, but he's a
million.
good director. And then he wrote Thor: Love and Thunder. Like, what are you doing? We just saw Jojo Rabbit, and that was phenomenal.
Oh,
And then you do
it
Love
was
and Thunder.
James Matiji who was the director of that one, but it was around the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, but they were, almost done the exact same info like ways. So
Yeah.
you look at it like again, you're looking at the idea of, well, Superman is a household family name, but that movie Man of Steel was not made in the format for families. It dissected the character, made it. Was written by the webcast. Well, it wasn't written; it was just translated into it because it was already a story in a comic book by the same guy who was 300 and V for Vendetta, Alan something. But yeah, you're looking at this concept that since it's Superman, it should have worked, but that Superman was so boring and
Well, like
just depressed and dark and gloomy.
Yeah, and again,
I
think
think I
about
fucking killed
like
my watch this shit.
like Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield. If they did a third one, it would have bombed.
Yeah,
It would have completely bombed
Yeah, because they
because
were still
people.
making the movies like the way they did the Raimi films, where it was
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of goofy. It wasn't taking the superhero genre as a
No, no,
serious
no.
thing.
It
No.
wasn't like I don't think the Raimi films were goofy. I think the Amazing Spider-Man films, they just were completely incoherent. The story wasn't there. They were trying to take concepts from multiple different comics, trying to play into the era. He's a skater kid, like they're
Yeah.
not. They're like Andrew Garfield wasn't the problem. It was the script. The entire script was trash. And again, they had the same problem of like trying to ground things. That's why you saw Rhino in a freaking metal suit instead of just giving
Yeah.
him the powers of a rhino.
Yeah, but it's because at
Like
that time they didn't believe that that idea of having. I mean, I'm not gonna defend it because we're looking at Mystique in a fucking stupid fucking costume. So
yeah, yeah.
again, going back to what I told you, like fuck whoever's like, yeah, we're getting a screen accurate Cyclops. Fuck Cyclops,
But
and then fuck Mystique's costume
yeah.
too, man. So fuck all those stupid assholes, man.
Yeah. By the way, Amityville it would have bombed because the Amazing Spider-Man movies are the only ones that showed a decline.
Yeah.
It went from like 750 to 709 million.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Spider.
And
I'll look at him again.
yeah, and so like it was declining for sure. It would have bombed 100%. He was great in No Way Home, phenomenal.
There's a huge
But yeah,
decline,
like
50 million dollar decline.
yeah, $50 million decline. Like and the same thing with Superman. Like the Superman could have been successful. First of all, if it had the right marketing, if it was a standalone Superman film, no other heroes, and if it was actually for families, no cussing, none of that bullcrap, none of the degenerate stuff. Like you should never hear Superman cuss.
Yeah.
That was insane. Like he's supposed to be the best of the best of what humans have to offer, what kind of has to offer, right?
Yeah,
So like
because
it's
I
like
said, it's just a
I guess the
deconstruction of these characters.
yeah, they're just deconstructing characters. They're trying to think that oh, because there's this emblem, there's a symbol, it's going to do well. Like Superman comics haven't done well for a long time. Spider-Man comics are still top tier out of all of them, and now Spider-Man and Batman keep fighting for first place.
Yeah.
Like it's a better comparison, Batman and Spider-Man movies, but even the Batman movies aren't doing as good as Spider-Man movies
Yeah.
because they're doing it more mature. But I would love to keep talking, Chris. I
Yeah, I
do
was gonna
gotta go.
say, looks like you're getting your time.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, man, but I want to stay.
I know, I know.
I'd rather talk about this. Like, I love talking about this.
Let us know. So right now we're about to, we're gonna probably come to an end already. I know we didn't get to talk much, but it's good. I need rest, bro. I'm tired. But at the same
You
time,
need
like,
breasts or
have
rest?
both. Mind you, I'm fine. I can take whatever comes my way, please.
Especially if it's both.
What do you got going on, bro? You're gonna take off right now?
Yeah. So, super awesome YouTuber Matty Appleseed that's been keeping up with this stuff. We're gonna have a live stream, first time like ever streaming together. He's reached out to me in the beginning with the whole Lego.
Oh,
debacle.
Matty Appleseed's in the comments. He's like, you can stay,
Yeah.
bro. We can reschedule. No, it's fine.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
This is very important, Maddie. But you know what, Maddie? If you ever want to come on our show and talk some nerd shit with us, by all means, you're always invited.
Yeah.
We always do this. It's fun, silly goose stuff, man. So
Silly gooses.
yeah,
Yeah,
but no, it's
so-
good. I know you guys had something scheduled.
Actually, we
Rather
just
kept on
scheduled it
the
like not too long ago, but like I thought Derpy was gonna be here.
Yeah,
And then
no,
we
he
started
messaged
off a
me. He
little
was
late,
like,
yeah.
he was like, hey man, I could try to get on, but it's gonna be late. I was like, don't worry about it, kid. Like you're good, man. You were just gonna get sad and leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't even get to talk about the somewhat almost Green Lanterns.
It's okay. Nobody cares about Green Lanterns. It's coming out next week, by the way. Nobody in the chat knows that.
Yeah, nobody
cares.
knows the somewhat green. I
Yeah,
don't even know.
the lanterns.
Yeah, somewhat.
Remember,
lanterns.
the show's still not called Green Lanterns. But yeah, I'm gonna film some videos. I'll probably be putting out more shorts, more videos this week. But yeah, like I'm figuring out some of this. Like I'm messing with the camera angles, this new camera that
Yeah,
I told you about, and
there is a part
Yeah.
of me that still thinks that we need to have like a really deep dive into this study of what's going on with Spider-Man. And the reason why I
Yeah,
say
yeah.
it is because again, it wasn't good. I mean, it was okay, but again, I didn't think the other movies were good too.
no, it's the seals clapping, man. Like so
yeah.
many, like for instance, Endgame is not a good movie.
Yeah.
But it's the highest grossing, and again, it's also you have to adjust for inflation.
Yeah.
Like
No, I even think
Spider-Man,
it's
Spider-Man
really
is making wait. Spider-Man's making 2 billion. Spider-Man's making 2 billion, but in order to reach Endgame's 2 billion, they actually have to make 6 billion.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it doesn't mean butts and seats, so it's a conflated success as well.
Yeah.
You know, like it's great opening, awesome, but they are not going to reach Endgame. If how many people are gonna see this movie? You know, like
As you know,
they
what a
have
matter
to
of fact,
reach.
talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that, there's a lot of theaters that are in my area that already sold out for Doomsday. A
Really?
lot of times already sold out. I'm not even kidding. I had my roommate looked for tickets, and the only time that they could find tickets was till Christmas at their theater. That's crazy to think about.
Hey, like it's, you know, maybe it's working.
But those are again, we have to break it down to understand that these are cinematic events. They're not cinematic movies. They're events in the sense is there's going to be hundreds of actors in it. It's going to throw against a whole bunch of things that you never see in regular films.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do about writing. Has nothing to do about cinematography. Has nothing to do about doing the right artistic talent to create a good masterpiece film. It just has to deal with putting all of the jargon together, like all of this nonsense and assets together, and then you can make it
Yeah,
work.
well, like you know, like but the reason why Marvel's the juggernaut that it is because it did have good writing. It did make sense, even in a world of comic book heroes.
Yeah.
It took itself seriously.
Yeah.
And then after Age of Ultron, it started getting a little goofier. It like Infinity War has its problems, but it's still a great movie, and it's still believable. But
Sure.
then we get Captain Marvel, Endgame, Ant-Man and the Wasp, all trash
All
movies.
the city, Quantum Mania,
And then all these shows that are like it's not even believable in their own universe.
yeah.
Like if I was reading a comic of this, I'm like this comic doesn't even make sense,
Yep.
you know. But anyways,
Before you go, Am I
Yeah.
Vile asks ratings. I'll let you go
Yeah.
first because I know yours is gonna be like
2 out of 10. It's
2 out of 10.
It used to be between 4 and 5.5 out of
But since
10.
we've been breaking
But
it down even
the
more.
more I think about it, it's like this is damaging overall
Yeah.
to like I didn't even like Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but I thought we were gonna get a good like mix of him in the comics, and I liked his character by the end of No Way Home because of everything he went through. I'm like, this is very different, but I'm cool with it. And then this just retcons everything. It damages his entire journey of him growing from the kid to an adult. You know.
Well, okay, so Am I Vile? Mine's a little bit different. It's not as critical. I'm giving it like a 7, 7.5. I was not
That's a
big
high
fan.
rating. That's
Well, that's the
that's
same one I gave it last week.
I
But
know,
it's
but
just
that's
a
a high
factor of
rating,
like
bro.
we've reached the landmark to get the broken Spider-Man that's supposed to be relatable to the audience. But again, the 3D printer that can print whatever like doesn't give us that. I didn't like the idea that Spider-Man is going to be the reason why you have the inhibitor collars for the mutants. Knowing that Spider-Man did that makes him a villain to the X-Men, so they'll
Well,
hate
like
him for the
he's
rest of his
trusting the
life.
government when he's already seen the government do a
Well-
bunch of crazy stuff the past
just-
not only
just in
5 years but
general.
10 years. Yeah.
Yeah, just in general, he creates the idea is the inhibitor collar it comes from Spider-Man. That's already making him a villain to the X-Men no matter
Yeah.
what. He's the dude that causes that. That was
It's
Forge's
also
problem.
implying he's the most intelligent character in all of the MCU.
Well, behind
the
that,
implication, yeah.
he's the same problem that Forge had with Storm in the X-Men 1997 or whatever the fuck when they have their episode of the Bird or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And how she flips out because he makes the inhibitor collar, right? And the other thing was just how they handled Jean Grey. I didn't really like it. I didn't like what they did with her
Agreed.
character. I didn't like the origin story that they gave her, and I didn't like the deconstruction on making her this like that
Murderer.
the mutants are eventually going to be these like these terroristic characters that use their powers the way Nitro used his powers to kill all the 300 and something kids in Civil War.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That he just uses them because they can, and they're just evil, and that's why people don't like them. And they're gonna make it to where Strider and all of those Stryker and Trask are kind of relatable characters, and you can be like, man, maybe they're not bad. Maybe the mutants are
Well, yeah,
bad.
because that's how they're turning it around. They expect us to believe that these guys are bad guys, but they're
Yeah.
actually making them good guys, and all the heroes are turning into bad guys.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
later on we're gonna get that episode where we're gonna relate with Trask, and that's gonna be crazy, dude.
yeah.
Or like you're gonna be like, well, maybe the X-Men are bad. Like maybe they need to be
Yeah.
fucking. I don't know. They're gonna treat it's gonna be the illegal immigrants thing, all done for the X-Men. They're gonna want to put them in concentration camps and send them back to their home in Krakoa and all this other jargon. It's gonna be stupid.
Yeah.
You just watch. It's easy to fucking understand what they're gonna do because these people are ignorant at making stuff. But yeah. I know, brother. Matt
In
Appleseed,
fact-
I hope you guys, you and Relic, have a great show in a little bit.
And everybody in the chat, if you guys haven't, please go to the Average Boys Podcast on
take
YouTube.
it.
Subscribe to them. Put a like down there. It'd be awesome.
Let's keep breaking down movies. Yeah, don't feel bad if we get sad by it. If you liked it, that's all that matters.
Well,
You know,
the
take your
point is to make you
kids.
think like we should never
Yeah.
lower our standards. I believe in never lowering your standards, and it will push Hollywood into raising their standards at some
Yeah,
point.
don't let them think that you think a 50 caliber won't go through two people, folks.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. All right, brother. Well, you have a good
On that
night, brother.
note-
You guys, yeah, you and Maddie have a good show, bro. I'll see you guys. I hope everybody has a good one. Laters, everyone.
See everybody. We'll see you over there.